Yo, DJ.
You know what? I was about to vibe out. I really was until I saw this comment. Like, now we about to get this post game started. This is foolishness. This is foolishness. I don't understand people who thought a 4-8 was supposed to grade all of a sudden. This is a good learning experience. Two things. Dion is learning how to coach. He needs more talent. There is not too much. Listen, this is foolishness. What are you talking about? He needs more talent. The play calling is trash. You have two great receivers and you did nothing with them all game. Every time Quincy threw the ball past 20 yards, it was a good thing that happened. And I don't understand how you not stick with that. Alabama A&M did. They said you can't stop the pass. Guess what? We're going to keep throwing on your ass. We're going to keep slinging it. This is how coaches keep keeping a job. This is how you stay in mediocrity. Dion needs to learn how to coach. Was he not an offensive coordinator? Was he not an offensive coordinator in high school? Yes or no? I don't give a damn about the SWAC. Play calling is play calling. If you know what works, I know what works. If you don't know what works, then you don't know what works. You hire people to do something better. This is trash. I really wanted to vibe out for the whole 4 or 5 minutes and be like, oh, yeah, everybody enjoyed it. This is foolishness. This is complete, utter foolishness. He needs more talent. There's a way. Listen, it's not the fact that it's not that you lose. It's never about how you lose. It's how you lose. How you lose is what's bad. And you see everything great that happened with Quincy was past 20 yards. Newman was killing. Baldwin was killing. Reed was killing every time you gave them an opportunity to show themselves. But then you got people like this. Oh, he needs to learn how to coach. No, what the hell he needs to do is learn how to make his playmakers better. Make his playmakers better. People, give them better opportunities. I said it in my game day preview, Mr. Stephen Campbell. I said if you want to see something different, I said Quincy's going to give you that. Did he not? Quincy Casey did his job. Anytime the ball was over 20 yards, he gave you a positive play. Ask that of Jalen Jones. It won't happen. It would not happen. Warren Newman is actually, Warren Newman should put that boy in his Christmas list. He had not touched the ball since Mississippi. He hadn't touched the ball since Grambling. And my man came out with 3 tubs this game because of Quincy Casey. Man, stop playing. Man, listen, this right here is stupid. Flat out stupid. No, he learned how to coach. Was he not a coach? What are you learning how to coach? You don't know how to call plays? You don't know what? Oh, that works. Hey, coach, let's do that again. Let's let him throw that thing. What? Next. Thank you, Ty. Next. Man, let me get to these callers, man. I was really trying to vibe out and stuff. Hey, caller, you live.
All right, how you doing there, Scotty?
Talk to me.
This is KJ.
What's up, KJ?
All right, my man. Just calling in for the post-game show. I like what I saw with Quincy. I'm still a little hesitant to kind of say too much because A&M defense now is still a little suspect. Mm-hmm. Play calling was definitely not the best, but I want to comment on last week we talked about having these transfers and people think it's a reason why guys transfer. And one of the things that's going to be important now, you saw 45, great player, whatever, but it's a reason why he left Missouri. Mm-hmm. And when you see a guy sit there and disrespect Prime when he was telling him to get off the field,
yeah,
that right there is the kind of thing. Now, you bring in a whole bunch of transfers, your whole locker room can blow up. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard getting that back if players are seeing that there's some favoritism, some different things going on. I'm telling you that can really go another way. It can really go another way. So I hope that that JSU can turn it around. I'm impressed with Alabama A&M. I thought the conditioning may not be there, but I was very impressed with what I saw with them, especially offensively. They're going to put a lot of pressure on teams, man. That offensive scheme they have will give everybody in the SWAC a hard time.
Yeah, I got you. No, that was, man, listen, you're absolutely right. I was surprised how sharp they look. Out the gate, the first 5 scripted plays was crazy.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I would assume, with Tom laid off, everybody would assume Russ. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. You assume it's gonna be Rusty, but they came out so sharp and crisp and a kill glass. Listen, for anybody I'm not yelling at you, I'm just being in general, but for anybody who said my power rankings was trash and that they said Akil Glass should not have been number 1 after South Carolina State, eat crow. I do this. My man's is number 1 for a gunslinger for a reason. Go ahead. It's on you, my sir. Go ahead. I wasn't talking to you directly, but that's how I'm feeling right now.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. And like I said, I think if Jackson State, they're saying that they have some offensive linemen out, but I do think, though, that some of the play calling may have to do with I'm watching offensive linemen who are pulling and not having their eyes in certain directions and knowing where the hot man is coming from, and the quarterback is exposed. So I don't know if those are starters or whatever, but they're going to have to do things. A lot of people might be saying, like, the play calling is off. But a lot of times, if your offensive linemen aren't able to pick up certain schemes or pick up certain different things, that's going to greatly affect
your play
what the offensive coordinator can call.
Yeah, you're right.
And you can tell some of these guys.
I totally agree, my guy. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I totally agree with you. That does affect it, right? But see, for me, it's like a double-edged sword. I gotta call it to see if you can get it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my thing. Like I gotta call it to see if you get it. And Quincy was getting it. Like if you give him some time, he will pick you apart. And that's what I said from the jump. I said on my game day preview, I said if Jalen Jones was playing, I was gonna say 38-17, they gonna lose, and it ain't no doubt about it. I said, but with Quincy in the game, it gives you another element. And listen, Warren Newman should put that boy on his Christmas list.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm going to tell you this much, too. I don't know if you heard the comments from the ESPN commentator who said he went to practice.
And saw Shedeur. For
some reason, Deion was coming up to him and just constantly telling him how Shedeur could spin it. And he was kind of like halfway saying, like, yeah, okay. So that's pretty much telling you that, hey man, it's just a matter of time before come the fall. That's I mean, when you hear somebody constantly say, look how he's spinning, or whatever. And I saw film over Shedeur, and a lot of teams were putting him in a hot read and he was doing the same kind of thing in high school. Mm-hmm. So I know the jump to college is going to be different, but I mean, it's obvious that Deion is pretty much locked and loaded on. That's my guy. That's who's going to do it. And you just got to go with it. I mean, I hope those other guys don't get discouraged and transfer, especially Quincy. But and that might be the reason to break them down that way, to get them to transfer.
Listen,
but
before I let you go, if I'm Quincy, I got the tape now. I ain't had tape before. I got tape now. I does this. Right. You feel me? Like you give me offense. You give me a play caller. Any play caller in the SWAC can look at Quincy today and be like, you know what? Grambling. If I'm grambling, I'm calling. I'm calling you, homie. If I'm grambling, I'm calling Quincy.
Right. Right. But now, do they allow you to transfer within the conference? I'm not sure if they still do that. They may allow you to transfer within the conference. I'm not sure.
You can. I know in the Power Fives, they stopped. Like a lot of coaches would put a restriction on that you couldn't go in conference. Like I remember if you left, like let's say you were Alabama and you left and you wanted to go to Auburn, they'd be like, nah, you can't do that. Right. You got to go out of conference. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. But I don't know how it is for the SWAC, but most definitely. But appreciate the call, my guy. Thank you for popping it off for me.
No problem.
Hey, man. Appreciate it. Hey, Ty, this next one's for you, Ty. Captain Kirk. Everybody been waiting for you to call back in.
Hey, man, listen. And I'm sitting right here at the Palace Casino, man, making my bet because I done lost about 12 grand on that game.
Woo!
Listen. So, let me tell you this. First and foremost, man, let me shout out to Alabama A&M because they played a perfect game. And they had to play a perfect game to beat that team. Because this was the X factors in that game was this right here. Do you remember in the middle of the right at the end of the second quarter when that quarterback threw that perfect flare pass out to the running back and he got up under it and caught it in the flash and broke for that touchdown?
Yeah, that was the throw of the game. That was
the X factor. Listen, Jackson State had all the momentum rolling off that touchdown. Then they throw that flare pass. Whoever that linebacker is, he is hot garbage. Because all he had to do is jump up and swat that shit down. He is hot garbage. So that pass right there broke the game open. That gave them that touchdown lead. But what I don't like from what I've seen about Jackson State is that boy Quincy is the truth. But looking at the game, they limit him today. They didn't allow him to do what he liked to do comfortably, and that's throw the ball downfield. Every time that boy scratched the ball downfield, he threw for a touchdown. The first time he came out throwing deep, he went 3 passes down deep, and he scored on that drive.
Mm-hmm.
Look towards the end of the game. He scored on every drive he was scratching the field. The offensive coordinator for Jackson State needs to be fired.
Fact.
You come out at halftime, and the first play call you call is a conservative-ass approach. You go 2 running plays back-to-back, set your team up in 3rd and 15 on your own 15-yard line, and you run a goddamn draw play? That is crazy. What are you doing? Then you come out, okay, you know your defense, they bang, bang, hit, miss. We don't know what we're going to get with them. They like the New York Knicks. One night they'll come out play, the next night they come out and say, hey, drop 50 on us. But after your defense come out and stop them people when they was on the 2-yard line, 1st and goal, and they get it all the way back, get the ball back. You down by 10 points with 9 minutes in the 3rd quarter, and your offensive coordinator ain't smart enough. The running back coach got to tell the running back number 35, who I think played an exceptional game for Jackson State. You have to tell him, man, stop bouncing so many holes and just hit the hole. Because on that first down play, to open up that drive, if he didn't bounce out, man, left to right, he hit the hole, he gone. He is a one cut back. And just like Deion said at the halftime, I gotta teach these guys to just be. It's simple. Like they said, Deion, what you gonna do to change up the scheme to deal with Gil, the quarterback? He said nothing. We gonna run the same coverage. He's telling you it's basic football. You blowing coverages. Man, listen, Alabama A&M wasn't doing nothing different. They just came out playing toss and catch. They running simple routes, man. They could not stop in the first half. They could not stop Jackson State throwing the ball in the flat. They had no answer for it. And number 26, he was suspect the whole game. And I don't understand why you got a 6'3", 220-some pound wide receiver and you not stretching the field because he was bullying number 26.
Killing
Why
him.
are you running drag routes?
Killing him.
Why are you running drag routes and slant routes, man? They got safeties down on the line of scrimmage coming off the blitz every play, and you got a quarterback that's throwing dimes in the curl play. And you ain't doing no type of play action pump, go downfield. You got one-on-one coverage on one side of the field every time because they got either a weak side safety or a dog safety coming down to the line of scrimmage to help on the running, the read, the zone read. And you don't try to give him a chance to throw deep with a 6'3" up against a 5'10" corner, and that dude was a freshman? That's bad coaching. That is terrible coaching. The problem with Jackson State, man, their D-line is terrible.
Trash.
D-line is terrible. And if he don't get no nose enough, now I did like when they went from that 4-3 to that 3-4 defense. That did look good. And it showed a different look. It showed me something with Jackson State that if when they play that 3-4, them 4 linebackers, in the 3-4, your outside linebackers ain't got to do number curl flat. Your Mike ain't got to drop number 5 to 7 yards because you got 2 high safeties depending on how you want to run it. You can run 2 high safeties in the middle of the field, so it's like a combo lap. They don't know if you in cover 4, cover 2, or you in cover 3. Now, if a free safety come down in the box, then it'll look like a cover 3 because you got 1 high safety in the middle of the field. But what's the difference between that? If you got 2 high safeties in the middle of the field, they don't know if you're in cover 2 or cover 4 because the same principle applies for the cornerback. You bail and deep third. And that's when they started to confuse Alabama and slow them down, which I didn't understand why you come out in the second half, in the middle of the second quarter, and you go back to running the 4 front and get killed in the middle of the field. Stay in the shit that's working. Run a 3-4. They didn't prepare for that. They prepared for that 4-man front y'all run with that 4-2-5 defense with 2 linebackers, and they not covering linebackers. Those guys like to come down and hit. And you got exposed. Your safety, and then this made me so mad. Your starting free safety get ejected in the first half of the game for you hit that man for what? You get beat on the field, you holding shit down on the field. What you do that for? That was a caveat. You can't be a clutch player and make decisions like that. That was stupid. But like Deion said, a lot of those guys like this one. You seen the halftime interview? You listen to what he said? He said that we got to get guys in here that understand what we trying to do. And I respect that. And then like I said, he trying to win. The man trying to win, man. But this is the X factor in that game. Notice something. Alabama, they didn't turn the ball over once.
Not once. And Akil's good for throwing you something. Akil's good for you for throwing something.
Man, that's discipline. And I'm going to tell you something. Just like I said before the game started, that quarterback cannot throw under pressure. He cannot throw under pressure. The times that Jackson State was in his face, he either was close to fumbling it or he throwing that ball away. He can't throw on. He's not really mobile. He can't throw under pressure. And that's why the NFL scouts, he getting a buzz, but he ain't getting that credibility that he probably deserves on that level because they looking at the fact with under pressure what it do. Because on that, just think on the D1 level, SEC level, man, you got 6'5", 6'3" noses coming in your face. These boys running 4'5", 4'6".
Facts.
You know, that's the type of beast. So, and then they like, okay, the professional level, you coming in, man, you got to be able to read defense on the fly and throw. You can't get scrawled up in the pocket and on the pressure, you throwing it away because they going to know to commit on the zone blitz every time. But I like them people, man, and they did look good today. They beat my money today. So I got to get that back. But I will say that right here. They don't look unstoppable. Not at all. Because with the mistakes that Jackson State made, man, they only lost by 9 points. And they wasn't.
And think about it. And if you break it down even worse, Kirk, that's JSU giving away possessions with just 3 straight runs.
My point exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just think about it. They was up. It was 14. Man, it was 14-7. You have to take. Man, that makes no sense. Jackson State should have been up 21-14 at halftime. That swing pass that quarterback threw. Man, you can't teach raw athletes. You can't teach that type of athleticism. You feel me? You just gotta have that. That DN got him, that outside linebacker got him, okay, you taking on the double team on the block. If he throwing the swing pass, don't try to get up on it and pick it. Go vertical. 6'2", 6'3", jump up and slap the ball down. You force an incompletion. Your defense, your offense getting the ball back and they humming. But that goes back to coaching, man.
But at the same time, see, and Kurt, if you want to break it down, let's go deeper, right? Let's go even deeper with it.
Right.
The ending, the play calling at the end of the halftime for JSU was trash. It was trash.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime you watching that game, and I'm a bettor, when you watch this game, you look at the simple stuff. Did you notice right before Jackson State started go cold on that drive at the end of the half, they did what? What did they do? What did they call a timeout and do?
I hear you, Kurt.
This is why Deion almost caught a flag. You never switch your balls out when your quarterback got a hot hand. Why would you switch the ball and bring in a new ball? That was so stupid. And that takes 25 seconds off the play clock. Then you get a delay of game penalty. What are you doing?
That pushed you out, yeah. And then you was on what? You was on first and 15.
You got an offensive coordinator. I don't know what the hell he called it. This man called it slant routes. You got a minute and 40 seconds and your offense running. Man, take a shot down. When you watching the game, you hear the commentator saying, take a shot downfield, and you run screens and shit. Man, that's just the offensive coordinator needs to be fired, man. Easy. He needs to be fired.
Easily.
He ain't that help. Jackson State, man, let me tell you something. Now, with them guys, with them 6 D1 transfers they got sitting on that bench that ain't eligible to play the August, let me tell you something. Now, we done seen them play a 3-headed monster these last 3 weeks, and they looked decent with the talent that they got. Having a coach come in January and he playing a football game in March, and these people are actually competing. But like I told you, I think Southern is the most complete team in that division. I don't care what nobody say. That is a good football team, from the coaching staff to the special team to the damn DBs, D-line, O-line. That is a complete football team. Now, here's the catch right here. Deion, now I understand why Deion wanted to play the 6 games in the spring. It ain't nothing but the same thing you do in the NFL. What they do before the season starts. They do fall practices. And that's how they know who is who and who they finna cut. Now watch them start to trim and cut some folks. Like that dude that pulled that play when he hit that quarterback and that man had kneel down. You don't do that. Then you come on the sideline and you cuss out Coach Crime on ESPN. Everybody watching it. Your ass gone, boy. Your ass gone. He ain't gonna cuss you out on TV because he know it millions of people watch. But that man, when they send you to the locker room, you take that shit up, you gone. You gone. You don't do that. Discipline. And when you looked at how Alabama and them played, that is a disciplined football team. They play good. Their quarterback is good. He can throw. When he got time, he can throw. He can make the throw. But I've seen a lot of plays, man. Jackson State, if they beat themselves, man, they could have easily beat them people by 9 to 10 points. Easy, man.
Hey, Kurt, real talk, man. Listen, before I let you go, the thing to me is, I feel like, and I'm always gonna go back to this point. I feel like you're handcuffing Quincy because you don't want it to be a competition of while we're putting Shador in the game.
That is exactly what's going on. And if you look at the play calling today, what it was, Quincy, we want you to zone read, Auburn formation, come out all formation, read the outside linebackers in the dog, strong side safety. If you read that they coming on the blitz, we want you to pull it and throw it in the curve flat to the slot receiver.
Yeah,
that's it.
You
never gave a man a chance, not many chance to throw the ball downfield. And when he threw that back shoulder fade to that boy number 9, that 25, 30-yard back shoulder fade, I said, hey, man, I told my boy, I said, this boy can throw. Because he dropped a dime on that. He had to throw to that outside shoulder, and he threw a money ball. And I'm saying to myself, Deion, why you holding the dude back? Like, it seemed like they was saying, okay, well, we want to let him do this, but we don't want to turn him loose. Man, turn that man loose. Because I really feel like if they would let him throw, that would have been a different game. He threw for how many touchdowns? He threw 4 touchdowns.
He threw for 4 tubs.
In his first game, his debut against a really good team, he threw for 4 touchdowns. He threw not one interception.
Not one.
What more can you ask of him?
Yeah, and people still think Jalen Jones better. Okay.
The man probably would have threw for 6 touchdowns.
Easily.
Just think on them 2 possessions, they went dry on. Man, throw the ball deep.
But all right, Kirk, appreciate you calling, man. They was clamoring for you.
Man, I like it. Cause get what? One thing about it, when you bet, you win some, you lose some. You get back in the office, you get your money up, and you get ready to go again. That's just how this game go.
Hey, the next one's gonna be the Magic City Classic. I'll hit you on the text though.
I gotta start doing my research on them. I'm gonna start probably Sunday night looking at their stuff, and I have some. I'll be ready for you.
All right, appreciate you, Kirk.
I'm gonna start doing my research on them.
All right, man. 1.
All right, dog.
Man, listen, that's some golden info right there. I mean, the man's he's literally breaking down segments of the game, like pieces and segments and fragments of the game that you might have missed and might have overlooked. But at the end of the day, my man knows what he's talking about. Hey, you live, caller.
Okay.
Talk to me.
This Coach Rankin. It's Coach Rankin from New Orleans, but I live in Florida.
All right.
Another great game. It's an offensive game. A lot of points were scored today. But watching the SWAC, I think we need to go back to the roots.
And what is that?
What I mean, the roots is respect your officials, your opponent, your teammates, and yourself.
Okay. First of all, the refs are horrible because they had a couple calls that were bad, horrible. And I've watched a couple of SWAC games where the refs are horrible. But what are people not respecting about the SWAC?
No, I'm saying players.
Oh, gotcha.
Not people, not fans, not alumni. I'm talking about the players have to respect the SWAC. You got to go back to the old school way, man.
Gotcha.
Respect the game. Let's respect the game, man. We're on national TV now, man. Let's respect the game. We're gonna have errors, and like the guy said previously, the coaching, man. You got to keep the coaching. When the SWAC it was coaching. Eddie Wild, coaching made SWAC. Deion gonna be a great coach, man, but he needs to put people around him that gonna make these kids do what they do on and off the field.
Got you.
He's a great coach. Yep, but he's a learning process. He did high school. You're going from high school, from coaching young men, to going to college and coaching grown men. Makes a big difference.
It does. Appreciate the call, my guy. Hey, caller, you live.
What's going on with it, homie?
Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, I'm just letting you know I'm biased, man. I went to Alcorn State, played a little ball out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been following your content, man, and I just want to commend you for doing a great job.
Appreciate you, my guy.
First and foremost, man. But I just wanted to say it's looking like Jackson State is dealing with a lot of discipline issues, man. Because there ain't no way you put up 43 points at home and you come out with an L. You know what I'm saying? That's straight discipline, man. And even so, like the last caller said, a call before that, at the end of the game, you got a guy taking a kneel and he can his head knocked off, man. Like that's just straight discipline. Like Deion got to get a lot of them guys, on board with what he's trying to do, because if they don't, follow suit, it ain't gonna be a good tenure at Jackson State for Deion. And me just being someone who played in the SWAC, man, I want to see all the SWAC teams look good, man. I want us to we on that platform now where we got to really represent, like the last caller said, man, we on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a lot of things that can be cleaned up, with all the teams. But just speaking on Jackson State, like I said, man, it's kind of glaring to me, like the discipline issues that they're dealing with. Maybe you can give me a little bit more insight on what's going on with the squad, because you talk to people, that are tied in and plugged in very heavily with the team, man. So I'm just curious from the outside looking in, man, what's really going on with, as far as, the discipline issues, man. It's not looking too good. I know it's going to take some time, he just got there, Deion just got there, but he need to get them kids in line.
You know what? I think, and this is me, pure speculation, no inside or nothing. I mean, I have some insider stuff, but I don't think it's going to answer your question on this. But this is pure speculation. I think the kids are so enamored with Deion's celebrityism, or of how Deion used to carry himself in the league. Real laissez-faire, real, like I'm too cool for school type stuff. But I don't think they understood how much work he put in to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like so I just think they're so enamored with the image of Deion that they think that it's just going to naturally rub off on them, and now they're going to be this, let's say this all-star team, not understanding once again teams are gunning for you. If they don't show up for no other game on the schedule, they're going to show up for you. Why? Because Deion Sanders is your head coach.
Oh yeah. So it's kind of like they I don't know, they're not doing a good job backing him up when they go out there and act undisciplined, man. It makes him look real bad, like he ain't getting on to him in practice or something, man. So I was just curious about that. And also, man, that boy Quincy, man, that boy is nice. They need to just go ahead and just give him all the reins, man. Just let him do his thing, because what's gonna happen in the fall when Shador, he's stepping on that field and he's trying to compete with old boy, it ain't just gonna be a clear-cut decision for Shador. From me on the outside looking in, man, I played ball, and that boy Quincy he's stone cold, man. So, I'm all for Deion and what he's trying to do, but I hope he ain't, trying to handcuff old boy to where, when there's something that's out there, it's just, he gonna, hand over the whole damn offense to him. That would not be a good look, period.
And if I'm being honest, if I'm being a whole way honest, I've talked to a few players, and I'm talking about like some no backups, all right? And they said it's Shador's job. They've said that. They said it's his job. Now, for me, the one thing I've always loved about football is that it only matters about what you show on the field, who you are.
Right.
Go, you know what I'm saying? That's how you. Because you can, and the one thing about football, it don't got nothing to do with. You can be polka dot as long as you can throw that thing, and you know what I'm saying. Like, and you make it. You're successful with it. You know what you're doing. You make the players around you better. You could be black, white, purple, green, orange, yellow. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? 5'2". If you can get the job done, people want you to play. And I don't like that Quincy's out here making the case for himself in the real game. And Shador has the job
in a real game.
4 times, national televised, all the pressure's on you because everybody thinks you're not better than Jalen, because that's why he's the backup, because he's the backup. No, sir. And I said it in my, I'm going to keep sticking with this. I said it in my game day preview. I said, Quincy gives you a different dynamic, period. And he showed it to
right,
me.
Man.
Listen,
right.
Warren Newman should have his mama cook Quincy homemade dinner because he didn't touch the ball. He had not touched the ball.
That's straight facts, man. That's straight facts.
Straight facts. So
my thing is, when your ego get involved, man, that'll always be your downfall. And I feel like it's just me, it seems like Deion might be letting his ego, it might be doing a little bit too much, man. Because we know that's your son and everything, but he still got to come out there and he got to grind just like everybody else. He got to earn it. You know what I'm saying? When you get on the field, you can't just come out and say, "Oh yeah, my son's gonna be that dude when he come out here." Man, that's not how football works, man. You got to show and prove. That's all I wanted to say.
That and I totally agree with you. You win it. You showed up like a kill glass. He couldn't just his teammates know because they've been in wars with him. They've been to battle with him. They've seen him when he's lost. They've seen him when he's won. That's how you become the quarterback of a team. They see that in the day, like, oh man, like, okay, he got hit. No, I got you. We coming back. Like, that's what breeds. You breed that quarterback through that leadership. And there's no shot to Jalen. I just said the team didn't look like they fed off with him. Like, even, and I'm gonna let you go with this one, but the reason I've been a Skelton fan, because I say Skelton, when he gets going with his feet, the team just looks like they feed off of that. Like his swagger, his demeanor, like just how he carries himself. But with Quincy, it's more or less the plays. You see the receivers get involved because he's like, yo, I'm about to throw this thing around, get ready to catch. You know what I'm saying? So
it's almost like, man, it's like the receivers want to play with Quincy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And me being a former receiver, it's noticeable. Just like you just said, man, them guys lit up to me now. And granted, some of his passes, you know, they were a little wobbly or whatever, man. But it's a lot of pressure when you stepping into that hole. And a lot of people that be commentating, man, they don't really understand because they ain't ever been out there on that gridiron before, man. But I give all props to Quincy. He stepped out there and he did his thing to me. So I'm going to continue watching. And, you know, me being an Alcorn State guy, you know, Jackson State, you know, y'all are rivals or whatever, man. But it's all love at the end of the day. It's all sweat love.
Hey, man, appreciate the call, my guy. Anytime.
Already.
All right. That's a good caller right there. I like that. No bias, no nothing, but we in here. Caller, you live.
I'm live.
Yeah. What's up? Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to say,
hey, you gotta turn your background down for me.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, appreciate it. Go
I'm
ahead.
watching you. All right. Man, I just want to give a shout out to Jackson State. This is my first time actually watching. Turn it back. Oh, okay. Well, I'm watching you as live, so it kind of. All right. Anyways, I want to give a shout out to Jackson State, man. You know, man, they doing a good thing here, and I don't know if people recognize that. You know, that these boys are really trying. Deion doing an awesome job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you know, shout out to Quincy Casey. He did his thing today. You know what I'm saying? You got to get used to the receivers in game time moments. But, you know, plus he's from Memphis. I'm from Memphis. But Jackson State, they doing their thing. And come fall, it's going to be a whole new devil. So that's all I want to say, man.
Hey, man, appreciate the call in, my guy. Anytime.
I bet.
Hey, Mr. Danon, you live.
Hey, what's going on?
Talk to me.
Hey, man, I agree with a lot of people calling, but let me tell you something about 45. Deion went over to him, and he was actually mouthing off with Deion. Deion told him to go to the locker room. So I think a lot of the issue is the discipline. The guys have just got to understand a lot of these things, you know, just the little small stuff. And Deion was coaching on the sideline, getting the players, just the little mental stuff. Like there was a player helmet, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
His helmet was busted, and Deion was just out. He was, you know, fussing with the staff, like, hey, get his helmet fixed. I mean, it's just the details. He's trying to get them at a certain level. And, you know, it's going to be a long road, but I think the discipline factor is the issue too. And then going back to Quincy, you're right. He gives a better chance than Jalen. But the thing with Quincy, the shots were there for number 9, number 6 on the double moves, but they never did. I don't know. It was Quincy not wanting to do it, but the plays were there, hitting bombs, at least 25 or 30 yards. They were there. They just never did them.
Mm-hmm.
So
do
just want to give you some insight.
Do you think that Quincy was more worried that he wouldn't have the time to throw that, or because when you went to the game, I mean, were there times? Because I looking at what Quincy was doing, sometimes he had the time, and I saw him check down anyway. But a lot of it, I think, is you know, him not trusting his O-line like he should.
I think the line is not there for the protection, because if you look at A&M player, Quincy looks like to me he was scared to take a hit, because that last second for A&M, for the quarterback, he would take that hit and the ball is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't see that from Quincy. Quincy's like, he'll do the first read, and if it's not there, he'll throw it away or do the check down. But the longer plays are there, it's the time. He just didn't stay there long enough to do it. Now, I don't know if that was a coaching issue. They told him not to do it, or he was scared. But it looked like to me he was scared to take a hit, because he needed that extra second. He would have stayed to take the hit. The play was there.
That's real. What about the defense from your point of watch, being on the game, being on the field? Being by the sideline. How was the defense? What was up with the defense?
The defense not listening, man. The guys are getting, you know, that slant play from A&M or 5 yard dink and dunk burnt them all day long.
And let me tell you, player number 4, I don't know his name, but he was the one that Dion was fussing with about the helmet, and he was thrown up on the sideline, and then he went back and he was playing special teams and defense, but he was trying to get the defense up. But the issue is that when they were getting down, there was no leadership on the player side. Like, hey, we in this, let's keep it going. Once they got down, it was like they were flat.
Mm.
And then it was getting burnt, looking at each other, not following what the coaches were telling them. The coaches on the sideline telling them, do this, but when they get out on the field, it's like the communication, they're not playing smart. So, but they were getting burnt across that little 5-yard, 10-yard pass all the time. It was clear all day long,
No,
so hopefully you got the pictures. Pictures are good for you?
Oh, yeah, the pictures are legit. They nice and crisp. Appreciate it. I feel like I was feel like I was at the game.
Yeah, well, I thought you would like that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, well, I'm gonna get back and listen to you online. I'll let you later.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Got a sideline reporter. That's how you do it. That's how I do it. Even when I'm not there, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm not there, I'm there. All right, let me get to these callers. Hey, you live.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Tony, man. I'm calling from Nashville, Tennessee.
All right, talk to me, Tony.
Home of the Tennessee State University.
Okay.
And we ain't got nothing to really talk about them, man, because they down. But we're gonna talk about this game. Look, listen, man. I'm gonna come at this from a slightly different perspective.
All right, go ahead, hit me with it.
I'll love to. First of all, what you doing, man? I'm gonna try to do my own YouTube thing. So I'm looking at you guys who are already out here doing it, and you're doing an excellent job, man. You know your stuff. So I love your content. In terms of Jackson State, man, it's great what Deion's doing. But unfortunately for him, he's coming into a situation where you got a program that's been down for about 10 plus years. Okay. Everybody keeps talking about this thing about people coming in the fall. Look, man, I don't know how much you follow HBCU football. You from South Carolina, so I know you're familiar with it.
I'm actually from Maryland.
The drop down
all day.
The drop down thing is not new to HBCU football at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not new. I mean, if you look at the Central State teams of the mid 80s and late 90s, tons of drop down. Early FAMU teams of the 90s, tons of drop downs. That was Billy Joe's little thing. He kind of like really upped the ante on that with that. TSU, we get at least 10 D1 drop downs every year. The key thing is development of the players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all those players got issues. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a gamble you have to take. Everybody talking about these guys coming in, and that's great, but they have to fit your scheme. And you know this because you're a football aficionado, I can tell. They got to fit your scheme, man.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? And it's great to have the talent. It's better to have talent than not to have it.
Thanks.
But they got to fit your team. Teams like Alabama A&M and the 3 teams they're not seeing this year, Alcorn, Bethune-Cookman, and FAMU, they know who they are. Those coaches have recruited, the type of player they need to run their scheme, both offensively and defensively.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take Deion at least a couple good years to have the kind of championship caliber team that he can potentially have. Next year, they might do it. I don't know. But everybody's thinking that they're going to hit the ground running and they're just going to blow everybody away. This is letting you know right now, man, it's not going to be easy at all. Okay? It's just not going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
And people talking about this D1 thing like it's something new. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if people just are not just, keep track of things like that. But it's nothing new, man. Everybody all these different teams that are facing this year in the SWAC don't have their own drop down.
Facts.
And like a lot of teams don't even let you know what they got. They try to keep it up on the wraps until the season come around. Until the game come around, they be like, man, they got a D tackle from wherever. Like FAMU, for instance, they got a D tackle from UT.
You talking about Savion?
Yeah, you interviewed him.
Yeah, Savion.
Yeah, man. Come on,
hey,
bro.
yo, he's unreal. His talent is unreal. For real.
But see, everybody talking about, because now Deion is a celebrity. It's a sports celebrity. You know ins and outs about it.
Yeah.
And that's why people are looking at what he's doing like it's something new, but it's not nothing new, man.
Yeah.
It's not nothing new. And then there might be other teams that have, possibly the same level of talent as they will have in terms of all these quote-unquote D1 drop-downs.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of those guys playing right now. 45, he's Missouri transfer, right?
Yeah.
Well, just like I say, they come with baggage, man.
You're right.
Evidently, he likes to run his flaps. And he likes to play on his own little planet. Just like the other previous callers talking about discipline and all that. And like I said, I'm not throwing no shade on JSU, man. Look, I'm a Kansas State fan. We ain't got no love lost. You got to look at the history of that rivalry. If you look deep into the history, dating all the way back to John Merritt days, ain't no love lost between the two schools.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is with that. But like I say, man, I love your content. I love your show, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to try to get mine up and running eventually.
Yeah, make sure you email me.
Man,
if you need some help, just make sure you email me.
Definitely, I'll definitely do that. Man.
All right.
I'll definitely do that. I
No
know
problem.
it's more to it than what it seems on the surface. But like I said, you people out here that's listening to this man's show, please quit saying about this fall thing. Because first of all, we don't even know. Some of you guys might get hurt.
Facts.
Some of these guys might transfer, because don't think people are not looking at these games on ESPN and be like, hey man, hey, I didn't know that guy was that good. Hey, don't you know him? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And boom,
Reach out
they
to
know
him.
a couple of calls. That
Yep.
transfer portal is a beast. And it's kicking everybody's tail. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids right now jumping that portal, here today, gone tomorrow. But hey, love you, man. Keep doing what you do, and I'm going to continue to watch the show.
Hey, man, appreciate you, Tony. Anytime.
Talking to the unless I do.
Watch the show.
Hey, calling you live.
Tony.
Hey, calling you live.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got to turn your background down.
Okay, let me see.
Calling you live.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but you got to turn your background down.
Okay, I think everything is down.
All right, you good. Let's
Let's do
roll.
something.
Yeah, you good. We got you.
Okay, well, I won't be long. I just want to have this comment. I saw the game. Uh-oh.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw the game, and I've been following JSU for the last 3 weeks. Okay, I'm a Prairie View alumni.
Okay.
I'm from Prairie View. Yeah, I'm a Prairie View alumni. And the only reason why we're not going to whoop up on Deion this year, because, like I said, they shut us down for a few weeks because of the COVID. But what I'm just saying is Coach Deion needs to stop being a celebrity, like some of your callers said, and be a coach. He needs to learn the nuances of coaching SWAC football.
Gotcha.
He needs to get in that coach. He needs to get in that coaching involved and learn how to coach, like the great Coach Robinson, Billy J. Nix, Marino Kasem, L.C. Gordon. He needs to know how to be a coach and not be a celebrity. And I disagree with him up there talking about dogs coming in the fall, this and that. No, good coaches know how to motivate the current roster that they have.
Facts.
Otherwise, you're going to lose those kids.
Facts.
So, and coaching in the SWAC is hard work. Now he's getting to realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing is that I thought the offensive coordinator did a fine job. He got you 43 points, but you gave up 52 points. So that falls on coaches. He needs to have a better game plan. He needs to coach his coaches, and he needs to step in when he has to. That's what a good head coach does. Bill Parcells used to say years ago, the head coach, you your record. You can't blame nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
You your record.
So he needs to get with it. The prime height is over, and he needs to be a real head coach. And but I think if he stays positive, keep the current team motivated, but keep them motivated, do his best to coach them, and then he'll be fine. And that's all I have to say. You're doing a fine job. I like your show.
Hey, appreciate it, Mr. Willie. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
You know what? I gotta give Mr. Willie credit. I didn't even think about it like that. As much as I wanted to clown the offensive coordinator, he made a good point. You did score 43 points. You know what I'm saying? So as bad as I want to get on the offensive coordinator, you did put up 43 points. Yeah, it just is how it happens like that. It just happens like that. Hey, calling you live.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going well. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, man, this is Reggie from New Orleans. First of all, I got to get you on my show. I host a sports talk show here in New Orleans along the Gulf Coast. Got to get you on sometime soon.
Oh, that's what's up.
Appreciate you having me on there.
Anytime.
I have to agree with Mr. Willie, man. You look at Jason Phillips' record as an offensive coordinator. He's put up points and had great offenses everywhere he's been. So why is it all of a sudden he gets the blame for the offensive troubles at Jackson State? This man has a track record. The person who doesn't have the track record is Coach Sanders. They're struggling on defense. You score 43 points, you're supposed to win the game.
That's facts.
That's just facts.
That's facts.
Second of all, when we talk about, you keep hearing wait until the fall when Coach Sanders gets his players in, but everybody's going to get players in. Southern had 9 starters out. 9 starters, guys who were prospective starters are already starting that are not playing this spring. Every school has guys that they have sitting out that are going to be coming back for the fall. So that's just what it is. So Jackson State fans and I hear Jay saying wait until the fall and all of that. That's irrelevant right now. We're playing real games right now, and that's what it is. As far as Jackson State, one of the things I see when Coach Sanders, they talked to him and he said, well, the defensive backs are playing 2 different coverages, and that's coaching. Those are things that are corrected in practice.
Yeah.
That's coaching. And I think where Coach Sanders is struggling at is that he's not he and his staff, which his staff are a lot of high school coaches. He has 1 NFL coach and 1 experienced college coach, but he has a lot of high school guys on his staff. And I think they're having issues in practice imparting their game plan and their what they want to do into the current players. And I think that's part of what we're seeing now, inexperience from a head coach. Not that he won't get it or he doesn't have the ability to get it, but that's what happens when you hire somebody who has inexperience. You watch the growing pains. And what we're seeing right now with Jackson State, I think, are the growing pains of hiring an inexperienced head coach. Coach Sanders is a leader. He's a leader of men, but part of being a leader of men is knowing how to get them to do and motivate them to do what you need them to do when you need them to do it. What we saw from number 45, who, by the way, is a transfer, who came in under Coach Sanders, the Division I transfer. You talk about lack of discipline. I think some of the things that are going on is dissension in the locker room. Because you have the guys who are coach, quote unquote, Coach Prime's guys, and then you have the guys who already have been there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Those guys have been there, and they have been in that locker room, and they have been through the issues with Jackson State. And those guys aren't necessarily getting the respect that they probably think they deserve because they've been there in the trenches. And now that everybody's blaming them and saying, wait until the fall, just like when we say that, they hear that on the street in Jackson. Oh, these guys are not going to win. Wait until the fall. Those guys hear that too. You don't think that causes some frustration? Those guys have pride too.
Yeah.
So I think that Coach Sanders, I think that they have some things that they have to get right, obviously, but to put it on to, I hear guys talking about the offensive coordinator. I hear people talking about the offensive coordinator. I'm not so sure it's the offensive coordinator.
Let me ask you this, Reggie.
They have to get better on defense. They have to get better in the front 7 just to start to compete against teams.
Hey, Reggie, let me ask you this. Okay, so my my problem with the offensive coordinator is the play calling, right? It's the scheme of it all, because it's like this, right? And I'm not a college guy, but I'm gonna hit you with some. I'm a Cowboys fan, that hard, right? So back in the triplet days, right, they could just line up and beat people off the ball because they were just better. And I think the play calling is in that formation. It's in that faction. It's just a straight lineup. We're better than you. So it's a very simplistic form to play calling. My thing is, and what I have an issue is that there's no creativity in the play calling. Yes, you scored 43 points. It's not because your play calling was so wonderful. It's just that you got some studs. You got athletes that you just want to get them in the ball. Like Warren Newman's swing route, the one he scored the 43 points on. It was like, it wasn't nothing special. He broke the guy off and scored. Like, I mean, if Warren Newman wasn't Warren Newman, he can tackle. You get what I'm saying? So my issue is I'm not seeing the double screen, the double fake screen tight end seam. I'm not seeing the rub routes, the pick routes. I'm not seeing sluggos and dig and post combination. Like, I'm not seeing these things, and it's
hard to get those routes if your offensive line can't block.
Facts. Yep. Yeah. Well, that ends that. It's
hard to get. It's hard to do those things if your offensive line cannot block. If you are not blocking, and this is what once again it comes back to coaching. Every team since Alabama State blitzed on Jackson State, every team has done that. Southern did it, and then Alabama A&M did it. Mm-hmm. All of them have gotten to the quarterback. What is happening in practice that coach is not fixing that on the offensive line, or they're not coaching the quarterback up to make those reads and make those adjustments?
Yeah.
Something is wrong that the same thing happens to you every week, and you haven't come up with a way to stop that. Matter of fact, teams want Jackson State to try to get those long routes. They want them to try to get those long developing routes because it makes it easier to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. No,
so
that's fact.
I get the fans' frustration. I really do understand it, but I think nobody wants to deal with the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room is that as positive as Coach Sanders has been in terms of motivation and publicity, he still lacks experience coaching, and he doesn't have a strong staff around him. You really look at his staff, it's not a strong staff. When you talk about it, other than Jason Phillips, who's his offensive coordinator, who, like I said, has been successful everywhere else he's been. And then you look at his defensive coordinator, who is a guy with NFL experience, but you look at the rest of the staff who are coaching positions, It's not a strong staff. And I think we're seeing that if you include that with Coach Sanders' lack of experience, because you see some in-game things that the head coach determines that you're like, okay, that's a product of inexperience, like calling a timeout when you should have taken the penalty.
Yeah.
In punt formation.
Yeah.
Those are small things, but those are the things. Or going for it on 4th and 14 against Southern. Those are small things that an inexperienced coach does. And as great as Deion was as a player, coaching is a different ballgame.
It totally is.
It is.
It totally is. Totally is.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man.
Hey, Reg,
we got to get together, man.
Yeah, Reg, I got your number here. I'm going to text you after the post game, all right?
Do that. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate you calling, man, anytime.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Coach Walker, if you're still on here, make sure you hit me up with your area code so I know where you at. But let me get to these other callers real quick. Conscious, what's good?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
Good. Talk to me.
All right. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, Quincy. I like what I saw from Quincy. I like the fact that he played a little bit under some composure. I don't like the fact that his progression sometimes felt rushed. especially when he got to his second and third progressions.
Uh-huh.
I thought he kind of panicked a little bit in the first half after he went through his first and second progressions, but overall, good game from him. The bad, so bad is we lost, and how we lost. But the ugly, and the ugly is what I want to talk about more in depth, is because, looking at the scheme and looking at what's lacking, Jackson State has 3 primary problems. And I was hoping it could be glossed over through schemes during this preseason or this spring season, if you will, but it's too glaring. So first things first, Aubrey Miller, I love you, bro. Number 45, you're a good headhunter, but your vertical horizontal movement is great, but your lateral movement and quickness is lacking. They gotta move him to a rush-in position. He cannot be a stand-up linebacker right now. He can't be a Mike. He's lateral movement is just too lacking.
Gotcha.
They gotta get a Mike. And I know they got one coming as a freshman from Georgia. He's coming in the fall, so great. But they are severely lacking a Mike. And then the other 2 glaring needs that they have that are creating some incredible disruption with their play calling and aggressiveness in their defense is they don't have a good D tackle that can get penetration up the middle, and they don't have a quick D end that can rush on the sides. And anytime you don't have those 3 key elements in the core of your defense that forms a triangle, if you will, it's going to create havoc. Because your middle linebacker, your Mike, is the one who's basically calling all the schemes, calling all the defensive coverages, and basically switching on how they're going to approach, certain plays. And right now they're just not getting that from that Mike position. And I kind of feel bad, but number 52, I'm not sure number 52 gonna make it, bro. I'm not sure. I mean, he was out of position almost the entire game.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that about a player, but they just got to get better. They need a D tackle. They need another Mike, and they definitely need to rush in. So from all accounts, I'm told that they got it already on campus, and that's what they see at practice every day. So if that's the case, if these guys are as good as advertised and they're already on campus and they're ready to go, then I think now that Prime has an overview of what to expect, and he knows how to approach certain teams because he knows their tendencies now from this spring season. I think, if these guys are good coaches, they're going to spend the entire summer in the film room, and they're going to scheme up every single team, and basically put those kids in a position to be their best. But overall, shout out to Quincy and shout out to the whole J-State squad because they still fought, even though they could have threw in the towel. Anytime you score 43 points on the team, I feel like you're supposed to win.
That's what Quincy does.
Simple as that.
That's what Quincy does. That's what Quincy does. And I said it in my game day preview, he was going to throw for 4 tubs. I said that. Me.
Yeah. If I'm Jalen Jones right now,
transfer portal.
I'm moving to receiver because I have to be honest and I got to be fully transparent. And then acknowledging that we know that the league, in order to get to the next level as a quarterback, you got to be elite.
Got to.
And if you're not elite, then the NFL, they're going to switch your position anyway. We've seen it time after time after time. These quarterbacks come into the league, right? And they come into the league and they're athletes playing quarterback. They get to the league, they may stay in the quarterback position for a year, but after that, they switching them.
Facts.
So if I'm Jalen, I'm going to Prime and I'm saying, look, either put me as a DB or put me as a receiver, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes, sir.
But I think that's his best chance to get to the league, to be honest.
No, and I agree with you because his speed, unreal. Yeah. So,
undoubtedly true speed.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly got 4.4 and low 4.4 speed. You can tell he has extreme athleticism. And right now, I'm thinking long term. I'm not thinking short term. I'm thinking long term.
I get you.
Where you're acknowledging a kid's strengths. And right now, I think his best chance to make it to the league is either going to wide receiver or DB, and we'll see how the fall turns out, especially with the new players that they got coming in. But overall, I'm sad we lost, but I can take some positives away from this loss, especially knowing that they never gave up, and knowing that I saw what I needed to see with the game planning and with Quincy.
Facts. Appreciate the call, Conscious.
Yep.
You know, you're always welcome.
No doubt, man. Later, bro.
All right, man. What's up? You live?
What's good, Scott?
Yeah, you know ain't nothing new. You know ain't nothing new.
Oh man, that was the show right there. The thing that killed me about their offense is, for you know that you that good, why you be having them dumbass plays like in between possessions? You know, like they know it works. They score every time that they do it, but then why them other dumb plays?
I don't know, and that's what frustrates me. It's like you get a rhythm, you do something good, and then you run 3 straight times, and I'm like, why? Like why? Like I'm like, Quincy is killing these. Your receivers are killing these guys, and see that's what makes it even worse when people call in. And don't get me wrong, Mr. Willie's right. Mr. Reggie's right that if you score 43 points, you win the game. That's great. But all the missed opportunities tells me you could have had 60.
Like when they caught that, took the kickoff from the dude and ran it on to the 40. That, and then he got a 15-yard penalty on top of that for the late hit. They do nothing.
Nothing.
That's what you give it. That's what you give us, right?
You don't even take a shot, and you're on their 40. Yeah, they're 40, and you don't even take a shot.
Man, I swear, the second half, I thought that I was going to get myself up to see all double moves because they set it up the whole first half perfectly.
Yeah.
All the corners were sitting on them short routes, double move, that's 6. Easy money. Easy money.
And nothing came of it. Nothing came of it.
Nothing. I'm just glad my son they get 6 dropped on him.
Bro, they didn't even throw his. They didn't even throw his. They threw his way one time, and he almost picked it off.
Nah, they did 2. The first one was the overthrow, and then the other one he almost picked it off. And then Glass was like, "Man, I know who he is. I ain't worried about that kid like this."
Man, I've never that's a legit I mean, if you really compare to all the throws Glass made, in that he only threw at Nugget twice.
Yeah.
15 was over there getting murked. I don't even know what that kid's name is, but it should be Toast. That's what it should be. It should be Toast. From here on out, listen, if I see him in the locker room,
I talked to you
Toast.
earlier this week. Remember I told you the subs that they need to make.
You did, yeah.
5 was 1.
You told me.
5 got beat, I think, twice for it too. I don't know why they put CJ out on the island when they should have put him on the slot so he could have checked 6 or 2. That was crazy because the big receiver, they should have had a big corner. They should have kept 17 over there.
Oh, CJ, yeah, I love me some CJ Holmes. That boy legit.
Yeah, so that's where they was killing us at. The quick slants and the skinny post.
Yeah, so my thing is this, like every time I saw the slant, I never really saw a linebacker in the middle of the field.
Man, that's because they had the linebackers checking the receivers. Did you see 52 on 6? 52 on 2?
Yeah, that's a mismatch. That's a mismatch.
The first possession that they took, that they played, 52 was covering the slot receiver.
And that's when Jenkins got off in that first. Yeah, that's when he got off in the first couple plays.
Yep, they had the linebackers checking the receivers. I was like, that's crazy. That's an easy read right there.
And with Glass with no D line, I can make that throw.
Right.
Especially if you're not going to blitz and speed up the because what people don't understand, and I hope people are getting this, if you're not a football aficionado, right? If you know you can't get pressure with your front four, you have to blitz. It's no ifs and buts about it.
Right.
You have to blitz. It's like, look, they got 5, we got 4, we got to send 2. But what you do with that is you know the ball's going to come out faster, so DBs know, hey, I only got to cover for about maybe 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds. So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to give up nothing to the inside because I know I won't have no help. Why? Because most times the blitz are coming from, the either the linebackers coming on the corners or they're coming up the A gap. So I can't give up nothing on the inside. So it's just like, look, I got to force everything. So it's like, come on, man. Like, what we doing? Like, it's not that hard.
It's not. And I think now I'm at the point where I think that they really coaching it like it's a preseason game just so that they can hurry up and get the game over with. And then, hey, we're going to throw in a couple bones and score real fast so we can keep the score close. But that's what it's looking like to me. Man.
Yeah. I mean, it's listen, if you couldn't watch that game and say Quincy should have had the Alabama then playbook. That's what because you could not stop and don't get me wrong, I get it. And anybody on here gonna say the O-line is trash, I get it. I trust me, I get it.
Hold on. We can solve that O-line is trash thing. You play a receiver, I play a receiver. Every one of your callers is basically play receiver.
Yeah.
If you win shotgun and you call go route, my coach always used to say, if I'm even,
I'm leaving. If I'm even, I'm leaving.
So once you're even with that corner, which takes approximately 1 second, and that's by the time you catch the ball, look, and if you throw it with a perfect arch, you getting 35 to 40 because you're gonna run under it. So I don't want to hear nothing about no line play. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So that's what Kill Glass was doing all game.
Yeah,
he was leading the receivers, and if they wasn't catching, it was overthrown.
Facts. That's big facts.
So that's crazy for them to say that.
Yeah.
I watched the guy. The ball was leaving his hand in like 2 seconds. He catch the ball, he turned his shoulders, and then he's throwing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All the short stuff, it took time so that they could clear the linebackers. But if you're throwing on the outside, that's just a catch and throw.
Yeah, and it's either you put it to a spot where only the receiver can get it, or it's going out of bounds. That's either one.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. So you don't need no line play for you to throw one of them. Come on, man. We all know this.
No, that's real. That's real. And I haven't heard that in a minute. If you're even, I'm leaving. I used to love that, man. I used to tell my quarterback, yo, if he's with me, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Right. I'm good. Because
you got 263s.
263s. And do you see how tough Baldwin is to bring down? Come on, man.
So that's crazy. That fade that he threw, how many seconds did that take? When he threw a back shoulder, I think, to Baldwin.
Oh, you talking about the short jump? That was catch and throw.
So you can't do that.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because you literally could have went up the whole field just doing that one play.
Exactly. But you want to keep throwing out. Come on, man. You taking away the field for them breaking the play. You keep throwing it out.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, the only thing I would have been throwing if they was going man, I'd be throwing whip routes to Newman. Whip routes, or option routes, to where kind of like, what Julian Edelman and Wes Welker used to do back in the day. Like it's a 2-option route. Exactly. If the and this is for football people who don't know, an option route is you give a receiver 2 routes or maybe 3, depending on how the defense plays you. So if he jumps on the outside, you go inside. If he jumps inside, you go outside. And if he keeps his feet flat, you run past him. So it's like, and that's the quarterback reading the quarterback and him being on the same page because nobody could keep up with Newman. Oh man, he was killing Bama's today. So
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, Scotty. It looked like they watched your clips throughout the whole week because every play that you said that they needed to run, they ran. I saw double tight. I saw them running off tackle. I saw, get this, hard count.
you saw that. You saw that.
Hard count, yes. Hard count. So, it is what it is. It's one more game.
Hey, real talk
And then
before
when the fall comes, I don't want to hear nobody complaining. Everybody waiting on the fall. Everybody waiting on the fall.
Oh man, listen, before I let you go, Mr. Warren, listen, right? I gotta give a shout out to your son. Listen, this is how you know you're a gamer. You're so I said this on the live stream. I was like, you know, Nugget is so mad that he is not involved in the game plan. That man ran across the field, took the ball, and then got 40 yards up. Man, stop it. Stop the madness. Stop the madness.
Because he knows who you going to have to hear from. But he want to win.
Yeah.
You can tell the dog. He felt that it needed to be a play made.
And he made it.
So he went out there and made a play.
That's real.
On one of the pass plays, I can see him pointing to, I think number 6 was in the slot. He said he's running the slant. And the dude still fucked up the play. And the dude ran the slant and got like a first down. It was like a big play though, but he's pointing out what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I gotta check on him because I think one of your callers said he was throwing up or something. So.
Yeah. He said he was throwing up. But appreciate the call, Mr. Warren. You know you're always welcome, my guy.
All right, I'll hit you later this week.
All right, too easy.
All right.
Listen, man, I get it. Listen, it's all love, everybody. It's all love to everybody. Lottie-dottie, everybody. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, man, what's going on with
Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Marcus, man, Atlanta. And I'm calling in, man, in regards to this Jackson State game.
Talk to me.
Well, there's a lot of expectations, man, on Deion, man, and I need everybody to just look at it, you know, in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Because Deion, man, yes, he played the game extremely well, and he's coached a little bit. But man, Deion has said 3 words to Jackson State fans for the last 3 weeks: the team is not disciplined.
That's true. That is true.
We can say the defense, we can say the offense not doing this, we can say the offense is not playing or whatever. And you put up 43 points. I think you put up 30-some points the last week and 30-some points the other week. It has nothing to do with the offense.
You only got 14.
You
only got 14 last week. Southern
14 last.
Yeah, I must say Southern shut all that
14,
down.
And then it was 30. What you guys put up on what was that? The week before last?
That was Alabama State. They dropped. It was 38 to 35 or 38-31, something like that. 32-38, something like that. But you're right, there was only 30.
What I'm saying is it's 30 points. You understand? And anybody that's played football is that if you get over 30, you're supposed to win because it's on the defense at that point.
Facts.
Everything is defense, but everything is discipline. It's discipline oriented. Now, I played in the SWAC back in the day. I played on the Houston Markham, so I'm a SWAC guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that should tell you my age. And that should tell you why I played it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me explain. So when you look at where Deion is and what he's trying to participate, what he's doing with these guys are participating in this league, you guys are right. He's looking at the competition. He's sizing everybody up. But Deion is a great leader. He's a great, the word I'm trying to use here is he knows how to cultivate the troops.
Got you.
Motivation. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Now, he knew what he was stepping into when he got there. Everybody that played in the SWAC, you played in the SWAC, We all played in SWAC or we played HBCU ball. If we could have played D1, we would have went D1.
Facts.
There was something that put us at Division I AA for something, whether it was size, whether it was grades, whatever it was. We did not go D1. We went Division I AA. So you know the mentality of a player that's there. He's there for a reason. So you got to coach that player. And he done said it 3 times, 3 weeks to Jackson State fans. The team is not disciplined. Deion didn't play D1 AA. Deion played at Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
His mentality and where he is, Deion, yeah, he's a great coach. But he's putting himself in these kids' shoes. And he's trying to learn. But everybody got to get off Deion. It's not about Deion. It's about them boys. Because we look at Jackson State, this same Jackson State we looked at, I don't care who y'all bring in. We look at y'all at Jackson State. Y'all don't put fear in nobody in the SWAC.
That's real.
That's just real talk. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm waiting for you to say something because you're Jackson State. You're not Lindsey Hunter in Jackson State who used to put fear in the SWAC when y'all step on the hardwood. You're Jackson State. You don't put fear in nobody's heart. You're not Gremlin. Gremlin used to put fear in people's hearts. I'm just being honest. But everybody now, it's a toss-up. Prairie View had a run. Now Alcorn is the one got a run. Well, guess who out of the spring season? Alcorn. You really don't know what nobody got because to me, Alcorn playing the best ball. They just opt out the spring.
So what is Deion? Are you saying that Jackson State is you? I hear you believe in Deion. But at the end of the day, what is the message? What is the message you're trying to send to people who root for Jackson State?
It's still Jackson State, man. Deion is not going to change the program overnight. He's not going to. He can bring in all the horses he wants. It's the mentality, man, that Jackson State got to put on the field. Jackson State sent the message. Everybody that's not following HBCU was like, oh, Jackson State going to be the whoop. You know, they got that walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dude, you play there with Waters. My son's high school team can be there with Waters. I mean, I'm just saying, man.
But they beat Grambling.
Grambling has had challenges. Since that team, they graduated 2 years ago. They've had challenges. They rebuild. They're on the rebuild.
Okay. So let me ask you this.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get you. So what's your if you was in Deion's inner circle, what would you tell Deion?
Keep doing what he's doing and get the kids to buy in. Because like you say, either you're gonna buy in or this ain't for you. You play football. What the coach tell you? You got to buy into his system. It's not your system. It's not the last coach system. It's not the fan system. It's not the alumni system. It's not their system. It's the head coach system. And you don't buy into his system, it's not going to work.
Okay, so let me say this, and I'm going to have to let you go because I got some calls. So this is my thing, right? When you talk about buying system, so I'll give you my background, right? So when my head coach came into our high school, we were the worst high school in the DC metropolitan area. That consists of Virginia, Maryland, and DC. We were the worst winning school in history in that area. And so we were just known for losing. He comes in, and what he does is he changes the whole mindset of the players, thinking because the same team that we did not win a game, we went 9-1 the next year with the same players. The only people they added was me. I came from Texas. And another player was a quarterback, but everybody else was pretty much the same. But what he did was he told us how he was going to make us better. Hey, this is how we're going to use you. This is what you're going to be doing. And he spoke it to us like, hey, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the county. You're going to be the best quarterback in the state. You're going to be an all-pro. I mean, you're going to be an all-state linebacker. You're going to be the all-state corner. And it ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that Deion has to make these players believe in what they're doing. To me, the problem that Deion's having on top of his marketing is not letting people play on the field. dictate what's going to happen on the depth chart. That's my problem. And I think it's really affecting a lot of players. If I'm really being honest, I think it's affecting a lot of players because if I was a quarterback in that quarterback room and I just knew, don't matter how well I played, Shedeur was going to start over me, I would have a problem.
You are completely correct. I mean, everything you just said is completely correct. And that's what I meant when I was saying that Deion has a great way of motivating people, but understanding, you know, like you say, you want to be able to pour into something Monday through Friday that's going to give you a product on Saturday. And that's why I think that's what a disconnect is. And, you know, and again, like you say, buy-in, whatever, the mentality, the changing of the system. But don't get it wrong, man. I respect Jackson State 150%. 150%. I respect Jackson State and respect everything about Jackson State. I just, you know, I wish everybody well on that side. And, you know, what you guys have done is actually put a spotlight on HBCU football, and we appreciate that. So I'm not here to say anything bad. I'm just saying a lot of people talking about what Jackson State had done on the offensive side. Man, if you just want to talk X's and O's, Jims and Joes, get on the defense, man. That's all you need to do. They look like Atlanta Falcons out there. They can score 100 points, but can't stop nobody.
Oh, that's facts. That's facts. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
Appreciate you, man.
Nah,
appreciate
anytime.
you.
All right, let me see who I got here. Hey, caller, you live.
Absolutely. That's so frustrating. You sit there having the phone thing.
Hey, caller, you live.
Good to go.
Hey, caller, you live.
Absolutely.
Got to be more careful. Got to be ready. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing? I'm calling from Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Holly Springs, Mississippi.
All right.
Holly Springs, Mississippi. Where Russ College at.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm talking about the game, man. And I watched the game, and I've been knowing this since the Grambling game. So they changed their defensive scheme. This is something people wasn't looking at.
Mm-hmm.
They lost some defensive linemen. If you notice, they switched from a 4-3 to a 3-4.
Yeah, I peeped it.
So they lost some defensive linemen, so they had to change their defensive scheme. That's one. So, and I've been seeing the holes in the defense since Water. It's been holes in the secondary, except for, Warren, and Bowden is another good DB.
Mm-hmm.
But Bowden out hurt. So that left a big hole on the other side of the defense. So that's some of the problems right there, because they got holes in their defense. And I already knew when they played Alabama that it was going to be a problem on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was going to be a big problem because Alabama could score. I watched them. I've been watching them for a while. A&M is. And Glass, he's NFL material.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
He's NFL material.
Most definitely.
And I know you've been saying that they should have been blitzing, but they also understand their personnel. So they played a lot. They play a lot more zone. So by them playing a lot of zone, some guys missed their assignment, and that's why y'all saw linebackers on some wide receivers, because they're sitting in the zone, but they missed some assignments and they got beat. So all that was expected. And also, when it comes to the offensive side, I watched Jalen Jones from the get-go. I watch him pass, and his passing was always suspect to me.
Who?
Jalen Jones.
Oh, he can't pass. He couldn't throw water if he hit the boat.
It always been suspect to me. So when they finally realized that he wasn't gonna cut it, they went to Quincy. So when they went to Quincy, I looked them up. I said, got a possibility of work. The offense might look better. And come to find out, what you said earlier today, you called it. The boy threw 4 touchdowns. And you also called some of the reasons why he messed up in the game. He messed up some throws that he should have made. He went to the check down too fast.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
He went down to the check down too fast. And the key was the defense wasn't going to slow down Alabama A&M. So what they had to do was go. And they just didn't score enough. And they didn't capitalize on the times they did get the ball back. They just didn't capitalize.
Facts.
But also what hurt them, Alexander was out. The best running back they got, he was out.
Listen.
You know, the guy Marshall they did okay, but Alexander was a big huge.
Listen. If Marshall and Alexander would have been in together, that's special. That's special. But go ahead.
Yeah. And then this is something else I want to put out there. Everybody, jumping on Deion, jumping on his coaching staff. The man had 3 months. Everybody else been together. All the other schools been. They all understand their system. They all understand their system. Deion had 3 months to put in his system. Offensive coordinator could throw out so many. He wasn't going to throw his whole system at the quarterback in this short amount of time. So Quincy is the better quarterback, but he still don't have the whole system down pat yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot. 3 months ain't enough. I coach basketball, and I remember when I took over a program, and I had a week before our first game. That's hard.
Yeah, you just implementing base
that's
stuff.
Hard.
Yeah, just implementing base.
Yeah, that's hard, man. 3 months ain't enough. And with football, 3 months ain't enough. Putting in your whole defensive scheme and your whole offensive scheme. So I kind of knew teams, I thought, Grambling would have beat them, but they wound up putting it off with Grambling. I knew Alabama State was going to be tough. I knew Southern was going to be tough. Southern got a huge offensive line. And when they switched their defensive scheme, the coaching staff knew they were going to have trouble. But they was hoping Shelton was going to stay quarterback. And Shelton threw interceptions and everything. But that Lampley kid came in and shredded them up.
Yeah. So
my thing is, everybody, want everything right now, like a microwave. It ain't gonna take time. So the fall might be a little bit better. It might be. We don't know yet because Nick Saban didn't win the national championship the first year.
That's true. I think he went like 7-6, something like that. 6-8.
Yeah. So everybody, want these microwavable meals, man. Everybody don't like microwaves. Sometimes you like to have a cooked food, man. So everybody calm down, relax. Let's see. Hey, they showed you when they switched quarterback what Quincy could do. They could score. You just gotta hope the defense gets some stops.
This is my thing. This is my thing, right? And I agree with like 98% of what you're saying. The 2% that I have a problem with is that you're not doing stuff just to see if it works. Like, that's the problem with me. You're getting shredded defensively, getting thrown the ball. Why not blitz? Why not try to blitz? Okay. You can't.
I got something for that.
Go ahead.
I got something for that. This is why you don't blitz all the time. When you know your cornerback are not that great. You only got one cornerback that's feared. So you're going to blitz. So when you blitz, you got to know you got good cornerback. Every team that blitz, you got some even decent cornerback. Bowden out. Warren the best one left. And y'all saw how 5 got shredded up. Number 5, they attacked him like, he might not make it. They attacked him. They shredded him. So you can't blitz when you understand your personnel. It's certain stuff you ain't gonna do. As a coach, since I coach, there's certain stuff you're not gonna do when you know your personnel. You got to understand your personnel. You can't gamble because you know you're gonna get shredded, especially when you're playing against a quarterback like that.
Okay, let's keep it basketball, right? Let's keep it back because I coach basketball. So if I'm getting killed I'm getting killed from the 3, right? I'm in the zone. I'm getting killed in the 3. There's no way I just stay in my zone, knowing they're just shooting me out of it, right? That's what I have to switch it up. Now, if I have to go man to man and I have to tell my best player or my center, look, I need you to sag off because you know he's not a good man-to-man player because he's probably going to get beat off the dribble. That's what you do. So if I have to bring my defense back and I say, look, guys, we're going to blitz. Hey, safety, stay over top.
I can counter that.
Go ahead.
I can counter that.
Go ahead.
I can counter that. You know what Syracuse is, right?
Oh, yeah, 2-3 zone man. I love that press. That 2-3 shell, that 2-3 man, I love it. Oh, I love that.
Hey, no matter what's going on, they never gonna go away from it.
But see,
no matter what.
that's a little different because they play man on ball and then they zone behind it. But I love it though. I get what you're saying. That's one of my favorite plays.
It's a matchup zone, man. It's a matchup zone.
Matchups, I love it. Oh, I love it. God, I love it.
And look, I had a team when I took over, when I coached this team, because of our budget, we couldn't do certain stuff. So I had one big. He's about 6'9". We scrimmage. He fractured his foot. So the tallest guy I got is 6'4". So we're gonna get killed on the boards, but I had no choice but to play zone because I understood my personnel. I cannot play man. Everybody was gonna be bigger than us. We played this one school. They was bigger than us. We kept it close, but they killed us on the board because I had to play zone. Because if I would play man, they'd have blew us out. We only lost by 10 because we played zone. But they killed us on the board.
Got you. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
So sometimes, bro, you guys stick it out, man. And maybe next fall gonna be better.
We'll see.
Hey,
man, great conversation, man. Thanks for calling in. I listen. I'm gonna give the call up number real quick. I think the calling number is 701. I don't even know what I'm calling. 701-801-6395. 701-801-6395. I want to address this comment right here. Will y'all please stop with the conspiracy theories? Deion's not shaving points to put his son in a better position. Shedeur is far better. How in the blue hell is Shedeur by far better than Quincy if he has never played a college football game, Will? How does that even come about? How did you even fix your mouth to say something like that and the kid has never played a collegiate game? That's crazy to me. That's crazy. By far better? Come on, bro. You bugging. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, bro. I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, turn your background down for me.
All right. First of all, man, you got a good thing going here. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Hey, what part of Dallas you in?
I'm in Mesquite. I'm in the suburbs.
Oh, okay. I used to live in McKinney.
About that.
I used to live in McKinney. Go ahead.
Okay. Know where it is. Well, cool. Let me tell you this. First thing, I love what you're doing. Second thing, I like what Deion is doing for the SWAC. Third thing, but I'm a grandma now. I'm going to say this. They shouldn't have beat us because if you watch the game, we fumbled on the 1 yard line with 13 seconds to go. So, and that's one of our worst teams this year. So don't get overhyped because y'all beat Grant.
Hey, a win's a win, my guy. A win's a win.
Win's a win, but if you look at it, you was holding your breath on that one too.
Yeah, I was.
So if you look at if you look at your record, you beat Valley, you beat a high school team, wherever it Waters is, and you beat Grant. Everybody else got a hold of. I'm saying it to say this. Welcome to the SWAC. It's gonna take a while for Deion to adjust because I saw him coach out here at a little private school.
At Trinity.
I'm saying private. I'm saying private school. Deion didn't play none of the big boys in Dallas Fort Worth area. He played little private schools. Okay? So don't get that twisted. He's doing exactly what he did out here. He recruited a couple guys, brought them over, and just because he's the head coach, he got some food.
It's about coach. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a coach. And for the talent that he has, coaching ain't going on that field. But I like what you're doing for the SWAC. But I just want to say that, bro, every time you come on now, I'm going to walk driving around Dallas. I want to put score the game. I found you. You got me plugged in now.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
But
appreciate
again, he got a ways to go. I'm like the other call. Jackson has a rebuild. And you got all these good, D1s coming in. That's good. Get them on the field. Let's see what happens.
Facts.
Because it's hard to come in when you got these expectations, especially these D1 guys. They just landed in Jackson, Mississippi, and they looking around like, what the hell is this? So it's not guaranteed that they're going to be on the field. It's not guaranteed that they're going to stay. And it's not guaranteed they're going to be a positive product. But, bro, I like what you're doing. I'll be...
Real quick before I let you go, you might want to call your Grambling coaching staff and get them to get Quincy because y'all ain't got no quarterback and you're going to need that help.
You know what, bro? You absolutely right. But we got a 4-star coming in from up north. But I'm going to say this about my own school. Ever since our offensive coordinator left and went to Prairie View, you see what Prairie View's doing now. So Bob's got to step up. Was it the offensive coordinator or was it Bob's? I think the proof's showing right now.
Yeah, it's definitely showing. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on?
What's good? Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, this is Marvin from Baton Rouge. I talked to you earlier. I told you I was going to call back.
Oh, yes, sir. Hit me with it.
Hey, it was what I said. The score wasn't what I said, but it was what I said. They're in the fourth quarter showing highlights of his son. He doesn't care about the season. ESPN showing highlights of his son when you getting blown out.
Mm-hmm.
As he's the savior. I said this earlier. He is setting up the alley. He's throwing the alley. Mm-hmm. He don't care about this season. What I saw out there was peewee football. He doesn't care about this season. And I understand as a Southern fan, that's why I'm not getting on everybody saying that, Southern beat Jackson State. Yeah, it's great because that's our rival. But at the end of the day, no, you're trash. I don't get happy at beating trash.
Got you.
You beat the good teams and you brag on them. You don't brag on beating trash. Right now, J-State is trash.
Mm.
It's Carlton Banks throwing up the shot on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it doesn't hit the ball. That's what it is right now. It's just the ball. Pass it to Will. Will is Shador Stevenson. Pass it to Will. They showing his high school. Oh, he's so pinpoint accurate with the ball. He has great placement. A 4-star prospect. He's going to save everybody. If that's what it is, then throw the whole season away and just say that that's what it is. I feel bad for that quarterback that was out there today. That boy got talent.
Oh my God.
I feel bad for him. For him to put up the points he put up and did what he did, I feel bad for him. He need to go on the transfer portal. I feel bad.
Oh my God.
They're setting it up. They're setting it up for his son. And this is another thing I want to say. I'm going to bring this up. It's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Let me say this. He is doing the opposite of what Black Lives Matter means. You're using HBCUs as a platform for your son. You're not putting these other black kids in a position to succeed. You're only just saying, my name's Deion Sanders. Where's the play calling? Where are you putting these kids in places to at least get a look outside of I'm just being coached by Deion Sanders?
You're setting this up for your son. The wool is being pulled over our eyes. He's using us. Now, is it smart for you to use him? Yes, which is what I said with Southern. Use him. Get ranked in the top 25. Get eyes. But at the end of the day, he don't care about us. It's nothing more than a platform for his child. They showed it on ESPN. I don't want to watch the fourth quarter, and I got to see nothing but highlights of a kid who's not even playing right now. Where's the highlights of the black talent that's there? Where's the highlight of the talent that's on the field? It's nothing more than just a platform for your son, and it's wrong. I had to throw that out there. I would love to hear your opinion on it. I just had to throw that out there.
Listen.
Because what I saw today, I just had to throw that out there. That's like me being a millionaire and having a peewee team, and I'm just playing. It looks like Jerry Jones.
Whoa.
You don't know what you're doing.
Whoa. I was rocking with you until you came for my team. Slow your roll there, guy. Slow your roll there, guy.
I'm New Orleans Saints fan all the way.
Hey,
so
don't. That's the quickest way to get you hung up on. That's the quickest way to get you hung up on. You start coming for my team. Don't play with my team.
You just like my stepbrothers. Both of them Dallas fans. Hey, we can love to hate each other.
Listen,
I still love you.
Listen. Everybody in this comments over here beating you up, but I was letting you speak your mind until you brought up Jerry Jones and my Cowboys. Watch yourself. All right, but
misery loves company. That's why they talking, because they know I'm right.
Listen.
That's why we gonna link up. Hey, I told you keep the number on speed dial. Hey, I'm with you all the way, 100%. I'm about to make a donation to you and everything. Hey, it's all good. I had to vent that.
Bro, let me tell you,
because
that had to be Mr. Marvin.
This is not HBCU football. This
Mr. Marvin, let me tell you, that had to be the funniest thing I've heard.
This is just you're throwing something out there, and it's for your son. It's cool that that's what you're doing. But just own it.
Yeah.
Because these other kids ain't getting no shine, no nothing. Every other highlight is of a kid who ain't even in the game.
Yeah. But listen, man, let me tell you, before I let you go, Mr. Marvin, that had to be the funniest thing I have heard all day, bro. You hit him with the Carlton. That's $1 million worth right there. That is $1 million worth of game right there, for real. Appreciate the call, Mr. Marvin. You always welcome, my guy.
Hey, you got it all day long. Until next time.
Appreciate you. Listen, I don't care if you hating or not. That was the funniest thing I have heard all day. God, that was funny. Hey, Carla, you live?
Hey, yo, what's going on?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, I'm from Memphis, man. They call me Jay. What's going on?
What's up, Jay? What's good? Would you talk to me about the game?
Oh, man, it definitely was a unfortunate game for sure on the Jackson State side, but I'll say this much, and I'm not being messy, as we've been saying, QC is the truth. I think Quincy shut a lot of people up, and I think, if you look at the way he played, he made, every ball, just like you said on your YouTube podcast, he made every throw. The offensive line actually looked better. I think that's a testament to say, when you got a QB, nothing against the other QB, but when you got a QB who is a pass first QB, it opens up opportunities for your run game. So to me, I think, I just think the defense couldn't tackle a Paul Carter today. So it's just what it is.
Oh man, it was. Today. I can't. People be thinking I don't know what I'll be talking about. Mr. J, listen, I don't know you from a can of paint. I appreciate you for watching my stuff. But what I'm saying is in my game day preview, I said it as clear as day. And I don't care how many people in these comments talking about, we tired of hearing you talk about your game day preview. I said it. I said Quincy brings a different dynamic. And you saw it today. The receivers were involved. The running back got off. I mean, it was Warren Newman should be shining Quincy's shoes right now. He had not touched the ball in like 3 games.
And y'all gotta look at this fact, man. Quincy's been sitting for how long? And the boy comes out and throws for well over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns against a very good Alabama A&M team. That says a lot. You understand what I'm saying? And I think, I'm not going to lie to you, I think if the play call, man, it was some questionable calls on Jackson State side in regards to, like, time management. Man, we burned through timeouts in that second half like we had 10 of them. There was one play when it was like 4th and 12 where we punted it when we should have just went for it. I think that kind of hurt us there. There was 2 series. I think Quincy looked kind of lethargic, looked kind of dead on. But overall, man, I can't put a lot on the oak. I just can't. You know what I mean? And the defense, you know, I think one of the things that you got to look at too, for example, like number 45, Aubrey's playing out of his natural position. That matters. You know what I'm saying? So overall, though, I think, you know, we want to get down to it. I will say this much. You were wrong because you said the Alabama A&M was going to beat them by, I think, what you called 2 touchdowns?
I said
so it was only 1.
I said 38. I said 38-28, so that's 10 points. They won by 9. They lost by 9. Come on now. Come on now. You listen, the boy, listen, I know. My score might have been a little off, but I said I thought it was going to be a shootout. I said Quincy was going to throw. I said I would be hoping. I said I would be glad I ate my words if Quincy showed up and threw for 4 tubs, which he did.
Yep. Which he did.
I said that, and then I said I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled it out at the end, which he almost did. So it just like, you know, if the ball had landed a different way, and to me, honestly, one of the biggest play calls, what I didn't like is you go for 4th and 14 with Jalen Jones with a QB draw. It's 4th and 3 in the second half, and you don't go for it.
And I'm gonna tell you too, I think you gotta look at it, man, with that playbook, bro. Like Quincy is a passer. Man, you should have opened that joint up and let him throw. Like, to me, you gotta let him throw. You gotta let him, man, on that first down, man, let him take a shot down the field because the boy can put the ball out there. We saw that on the plays he did. You know what I mean? Those 5 yards here, they were cool. You can tell the offensive set was a little different, but he made it work. But I think you could have managed it just a little bit differently.
Yeah, that's
facts. But overall, to me, you know, looking at Alabama A&M the way they play, they ball out. You can't take anything from them. But I also think, too, man, that conversation falls more on the defensive side than the offensive side. But I will say this much, and I don't care whatever they say, man, you better put some respect on Quincy's name. And nothing against Shador, nothing against Jalen. But I think Quincy stands, I don't know, man. I've seen Q work, and I've seen Shador work. And Lord knows, I know that's Dion's son, but I'm just going to tell you this. I think there's a difference. But I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say.
And Mr. J, before I let you go, the thing to me, the difference is Quincy's done it in the collegiate game. I mean, at the end of the day, he's doing it against the people you supposed to go play against. Like I don't care who you playing in practice. I don't care how you look in practice. Yep. What's not Allen Iverson? You know, we talk about a game. Like Quincy did it in an actual game when it mattered. He put 4 tubs and 43 points on somebody. Come on, that's not light work.
And the scary part about it is, Q ain't even got his rhythm. That's what's scary. He ain't even got his rhythm like he want to.
That's crazy.
So,
But listen.
Appreciate the call.
Oh, no,
thanks
problem.
For taking my call.
No problem. Anytime, Mr. J. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Man, that's facts. And then I love who somebody said, Andy got tape now. You got tape in a nationally televised game. That boy can go anywhere. Matter of fact, if I was Quincy, Grambling, how y'all looking over there? Huh? How y'all looking? You need somebody? Hick bottom left? I got you. Come on, man. Stop it. Hey, calling you live.
Hey, how you doing? Enjoy the show.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, Dwayne from Florida.
What's up, Dwayne from Florida?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Talk to me.
Yeah. First, hey, I appreciate this outlet to have, for us to speak our voice, tell our story in our own voice. That is awesome. So I thank you for giving us this forum.
Oh man, no problem.
Then coming back, okay, can somebody explain to me like the SWAC championship rules for like in the fall? So if you win the championship, then who hosts the championship game? Ooh. Because all I see right now, from what I've seen so far, FAMU is going to be the champions in the SWAC next year. Well, in the fall.
Oh, boy.
So I just need to know where I need to go.
Yeah. You a fool. If that's not the subtlest jab I've ever heard.
Because I saw your interview the other day with the guys from Bama, and they were saying they had the best receivers. I'm like, yeah, now they got the best receivers. Now FAMU receivers not in the house. So yeah, y'all probably do have the best receivers in the SWAC. Yeah. When FAMU come, that'll be a whole different thing.
Oh man, yeah. I did an interview with X. I did an interview with Xavier. He's a good kid, and man, he told me, he told me that he's only been playing receiver the 2 years he's been at FAMU. That's it.
Yeah, and I mean, but we are low. And remember now, we were 9-2.
9-2
and 19.
Yeah.
We're 9-2.
Then y'all lose the
Bethune-Cookman team that just ran over the SWAC team.
Then y'all lose the Bethune-Cookman.
Okay, your point is.
I'm just saying. I didn't know if you remember that. I didn't know. Some people go. Some people got narcolepsy. They don't be remembering stuff. You know what I'm saying? So go to sleep on me.
We beat the team that ran over the SWAC team. Okay. Do you remember that part?
Okay.
You remember that part?
I will. I will.
But right quick on the game today, because because really I really didn't pay attention to the SWAC that much unless it was a team that we played. But I mean, when everybody comes down on Dion like this, so he's supposed to coach the defensive backs, the offensive line, the quarterback, the special teams. So he's just supposed to do all of it. So he should be calling plays on defense and offense. Well, ain't no sense behind these other cats, man. Ain't no sense behind these other cats. And for Dion to come back during the game and then come back and tell the coaches what play to run, then that undermines that coach's authority.
That is true. I agree.
He's not running the team. If you want to blame the offense, because if I hired you because I thought you could do the job.
Facts.
Now, if this cat does this for 2 years, okay, then that's on Dion. But until then, right now, having this short span to put in a new offense and all this other stuff, I can't. Dion is the coordinator of it, but I don't see how, he's responsible for. He is responsible for every single part, but the way people going at him, it's like, oh man, the defensive line is trash, so they should be doing that. Oh, the offensive line ain't blocked. So he should be doing all of this stuff. And remember now, Jackson State, they were kind of garbage before Dion got there.
Yeah.
And just because you had a climb, that don't make them stop being garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Dion will get it together, not before the Orange Blossom Classic next year, but he'll get it together.
Listen, that's gonna be the game of the freaking century.
Well, I'm glad we playing them early. So if the bloom does come off the rose by game 6 and 7, he'll they'll know it. The hype will still be there by game 1. and hopefully we'll be on ESPN. And we drop 50 on their head. Then
listen.
The bloom might come off.
Listen, it's the same reason JSU. The same reason JSU's on ESPN is going to be the same reason FAMU's on ESPN, because of LeBron. That is it. LeBron is going to make y'all on ESPN, just like Deion is getting JSU on ESPN. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, we was headlining before LeBron. Now we not like JSU. This wasn't our first time on ESPN. This won't be our first time on ESPN. So yeah. So we was headlining before Deion got there, before LeBron got there. But does anybody in the SWAC really play defense? I haven't seen any shutdown defense yet.
Southern plays some good D. Southern plays some good D.
Yeah, I don't think nobody plays defense in this way. And this kid,
listen. Oh no, nah. See, I'm not even a SWAC alumni. I gotta get back with you on that one. If everything was so bad, why didn't you keep y'all busting the MEAC, huh?
Oh no. That was a money issue, dog. That was some money. And the pickings was real easy over here. It's like, I don't know how many championships we gonna win over here. Ooh. Oh my God.
Are you talking
about why we saying this? I mean, the pickings were so easy over here. It was like, man, it's like fishing candy from a baby over here from what I've seen so far. Now they might boss up, in the fall, but right now, from what I've seen, nobody playing defense. They go every other game. All we got to do is count, because every other game, somebody from the SWAC gonna do an onside kickoff on the initial kickoff. It's like, does everybody do this? Is this a thing? Does the SWAC always do this?
Hey, what's your name?
Dwayne. I'm the one who was talking to you about the T-shirt.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm that guy.
Okay. So I just want people to know the next time you call them, they're like, because my comedy, and people don't forget. They're like, where's Dwayne at? So when that FAMU game pop up, and they be like, where Dwayne at? Hey, listen, they're gonna want to see, they're gonna want to hear from you.
Look, is this a PG-13 show?
No, trust me, no, it's far from that, because I've had Mr. T call me everything underneath the sun. So go ahead.
Okay, we walk in talking shit. So all you got to do is answer SWAC. We just took over their board. We kicking them to sleep. They need to come over to the MEAC board and learn how to do some shit talking, and then maybe they can compete with us. Yeah. So I can't wait till the fall, because this is gonna be lovely.
That is funny. This is Dwayne. You are always welcome to call back, my guy. You are a character. Hey, be safe on the road.
Hey, enjoy the show, man. Thank you for what you do.
Hey, no problem, Mr. D.
All right, man. Please.
God, that was dog. Y'all callers be having me dying. That's some funny stuff. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's up?
What's good? Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Calvin, calling from Mississippi, Jacksonville, Mississippi.
What's up?
I've been listening to your show now for a while, but do appreciate what you got going on for us.
Appreciate you.
Issues I got, like some things you're saying is right on the money. Some things might be a little bit more issues with.
Man, you ain't got to sugarcoat it. Go ahead. Say what you got. Say what you feel.
Well, first off, you're a bootlicker. Hey, no, but real talk though. Deion got there in December, right?
January.
He didn't get his staff together till January, like the end of December, something like that, right? I think they are playing very vanilla. I think they're not opening up the whole playbook offensively and defensively. Now, that is making an excuse, but it is also the truth. I don't think these players have grasped the whole scheme that they're trying to do. Now, for him, the talent is not good enough to play a very vanilla game. As a coach, you're going to have to maximize your strengths and minimize your weaknesses.
Agreed.
Defensive line is a weakness, and a quarterback like Keel Glass will stretch you up if he recognizes the coverage pre-snap. So you got to mix your coverages up. You can't get pressure with your front 4 or 5. You're going to have to send pressure.
Just
and
that simple. Yep.
It's best to just guys. Your defensive line is not getting pressure. You're gonna have to. I didn't see any zone blitzes out there.
Nope.
At all. You got to confuse the offensive lineman. You got to confuse the quarterback. You got to mix it up. You can't go out there and just play. We're gonna run cover 2 or 2-man or man for whatever they're running. I really couldn't tell from the game film.
Yeah.
That's the issue I had. You can't let the guy like that go back there and just light you up. He's a true pocket passer. I'm gonna send an extra man. I'm gonna say you're gonna beat me by fire.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say that to let you beat me. But I think they're playing vanilla. I think they're playing scared defensively. I think they're playing scared. It's I don't see any aggressiveness. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you.
Offensively, Quincy Casey played okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Just okay.
He played okay. There's some issues there too. I think they're still playing. To me, they feel like they opened up the playbook enough on offense. I don't know, is it because I think they got there January. That's only like 2-3 months before you actually playing a game, and that is not enough time. I think when a traditional season, you would have like 9 months to get with your players, to practice. They can learn the playbook, et cetera, et cetera. I think it is growing pains. I do think we'll see a different product in the fall. I do think this is an audition for a lot of players. I don't think some of these players that are playing right now are not going to be playing in the fall. I think some of them guys are going to transfer. Time will tell. But some things is definitely on coaching. Coach's job is to put your players in position to win the game.
That's the key.
And if you're out of position, is that you are the coach. And the coach tell you to run whatever, and if you're in that position, then you should trust the process, trust the coach. But if you're not out of position, that's on coaching. That's your assigned position, excuse me. That's all I got, man. Like the show, like what you're doing, man.
Before I let you go, Calvin, you gotta. I'm not gonna let you get off the hook with this one. Okay, so if you had to give Quincy Casey a rating today, an A, a B, a C, what would you rate him?
I'll give him a C+. I think he did enough. I mean, he put 43 points on the board.
Man, I'm about to hang up on you.
I can't.
I am about to hang up on you. Are you? Okay, hold on. Before you explain that, give me the ratings for Jalen Jones the past 2 games.
Definitely D-.
So you're telling me Quincy is only 1 grade above Jalen Jones?
Oh, I said C+. I said C+.
That's only 1 grade.
Well, this is the difference. I grade quarterbacks pretty hard.
How hard? Because if you're grading them hard, Jalen Jones should have an E. He should have a negative F.
Here's another issue too. Now, this is something else. Since we're talking about this, how much of this remained interesting in the last couple of weeks, the last 3 weeks, has been protection issues for the quarterback.
That's true.
Now that goes back to 3 people. 3 people I blame for this one. I blame the coordinator and the quarterback coach, whoever, because that's, obviously full recognition of blitz. I do blame the player, Jalen Jones himself, or whoever the quarterback is, because you got to recognize blitz. If this man's hot, you got to recognize who's hot, who's not.
Yeah.
And now this is the other question I don't know the answer. Sometimes recognizing the who's blitzing is not just on the quarterback, so also on that center. Center got to recognize this man's coming now. He should be communicating with the offensive lineman. So it's a multitude of issues out there that are plaguing us. And I feel that Jalen Jones is I feel that he is very scared to go vertical. Only when it's like the maximum the chance to succeed. A quarterback, you kind of got to be fearless. If you throw a pick, oh well, going vertical instead of trying to dink and dunk.
All right, so let me ask you this.
You know, for him,
what would you give Glass?
Well, I said a great quarterback's tough, but he straight up got an A+.
Man, if you did anything less than an A, I was gonna hang up on you. If I swear to God, I was gonna hang up on you.
Well, I mean, but once again, if you just give a quarterback all day to throw the ball, you know, you gotta send pressure. You know, I am disappointed. The defensive line was the issue last year. I knew that. I knew the corners were the issue last year too. We got Nugget. You know, he's straight. CJ Holmes okay, but you know, I don't know how big of the secondary is right now. Didn't look. I wasn't impressed. I don't know if they really attacked Nugget that much either, though. I knew coming into the game. I was watching the game. So I'm like, this team had a quarterback out of a touchdown. This team had a quarterback out of like a lot of games, from Edward Waters to Valley to Grambling, all those, you know, and Hickenbottom sucks. He's trash. And he had a pretty good game against us. And I was like, that kind of concerned me.
Gotcha.
I knew that we would have issues. Our backers are pretty good at run. I knew there were issues in the pass coverage. You know, Miller's a head buster. But in coverage, he's not the best.
No, he's trash.
You know, Hampton's okay at coverage, but obviously not his forte. But, you know, Akil Glass played his ass off. Excuse my language, don't put his customer show.
No, you're good. You're good. No, you're good.
You can't let a quarterback just sit there and dice. It's like Peyton Manning would have his best games when people just let him attack him. You know, when people would just sit back and play soft coverage. Or man, you know, but when he started getting him off his spot, making him move, that's when he started to struggle. Yeah, you know, make the quarterback move. You know, get their feet set up, make them feel uncomfortable in that pocket.
Yeah.
Now your front four can't do that, so we gotta send pressure. Now, obviously, Akil Glass is good enough quarterback. He can recognize, you know, straight up blitz, you know, but that's when you got to mix it up. Have blitzes coming from different angles.
Yeah.
Different positions.
Yeah.
You know, hell, I would have loaded the box, let's play the zero, and send one extra man that they can't block. You know, to mix it up.
Just to see how they respond. I mean, just to see if it's going to be effective. And I totally agree. That's what one of the callers earlier, I forgot his name. We were talking basketball, and he was like, you got to know your personnel. But at the same time, if you never change up anything, they know what they're going to be able to do to you all game. Oh, you're not going to change it up?
Yep.
All right, we just going to keep working it.
Hey, listen, I used to play ball too, man. I played basketball and football, you know. Get me in a post, I'll give you problems until they stop it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, of him, that's go back to coaching. That's poor game plan. Poor game management.
And that's been the past 3 games. Bad game planning.
Yeah, that goes back to coaching. And you know, 53 points or 52 points, that's too many. You know, offense did put up 43 points. That's enough to win a game.
Yeah, that should be. Hey, appreciate the call, Calvin.
I'm gonna take it easy, man.
No, take it easy.
Yeah, bring down range to have to get touched the head. No more talk. If you're trying to end up bad.
Cause I live up there, I end up there. Woo! Drinking the water.
Playing on this damn field. You didn't even listen. We didn't even listen to DMX. Yes, I did. Who you want to go with? This is football.
What's up? You live?
No. Hold on. Is that
you live? Oh well, that was a nice little break. That was a nice little section. Hey, what's good? You live? Hello? You live? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Boy, I was about to hang up. You had one more hello.
Hey, man, like, my bad. What's going on with you?
Nothing good. What's good with you?
Hey, one thing hey, man, look.
One thing I'm gonna say is this, man. Deion ain't about to have no quarterback controversy. That's why he ain't gonna open up with old Quincy.
You say he gonna stick with Quincy?
Like, he's not about to do that because he don't want to go into the fall season with questions about who should start. So his son gonna be QB1 regardless.
You think that's fair?
Yeah, like he ain't about to let Quincy open up that offense at all, man.
You think
Second of all, they probably need to get a new offensive line coach, man, something. Like scheme up something, man. Like this ain't high school ball no more.
No, that's facts. I think they're just used to just running what they run and then it wins. But my thing is, do you think that's fair to just walk into the offseason and him being QB1?
Yeah, man. So, hello?
Yeah, I said, do you think that's fair for him to just walk in and be QB1?
Oh, no. I mean, most definitely it's not fair. But, you know, hey, that's how it's going to be. Because he looking at it like, okay, you know what? This is my son. He chose to come here with me. I mean, like, if that's the case, like, he could have stayed at FIU up under old boy name and just got fired from Florida State.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, man. So I think he gonna come in and he already gave his son a job already. And like my second point is this, man, like that O-line, I don't know if they're not getting the schemes right or the talent is just not that good, but it's been, 3 or 4 weeks, and they still can't really block. You know what I mean? It's like, what's going on with that? But, you know, hopefully this fall, man, he said he got some dogs coming, man. But to me personally, I think he want to cover up a lot of talent because of lack of coaching. That's what I think.
I think
that's what I think.
And I agree with you. I think that you don't have to coach. You don't have to be as creative if you just have straight studs. If you have studs in every position, you don't have to be the most creative guy to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that goes into, that's why I respect the Andy Reeds, the dude from Kyle Shanahan. You know, I respect those play callers because they do it with the people you don't think you're supposed to do it with. Now, don't get me wrong, Andy Reid got a stud team, but you think about the quarterbacks that Kyle Shanahan had when Jimmy Garoppolo went down. He was winning with Nick Mullins and, you know, whoever else. And I think that's what's my problem with the Deion Sanders stuff is that you're supposed to be this great thinker, this great NFL player. You cannot tell me that you cannot scheme something up. I don't understand that.
But you know what, though? Every great player cannot coach either, though. It's people that never played. It's people that never played the game. There's hell of a coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I'm gonna give you another example of coming into a situation where it's a bad team. I don't know if you remember, man. Back in 2012, Urban Meyer took over Ohio State. Now coming off that 2011 season, I think Ohio State was like not even 500. Urban Meyer had them same players that next year and went 12-0. It's coaching, man. It's coaching. It's like
that
coaching
same year,
kids up, man.
That same year, they didn't have anything to play for because they were banned. Remember, they had the They was on probation.
They was on probation. Because of the whole Terrell Pryor tattoo shit.
So they didn't even have anything to play for technically, and still went undefeated.
Had nothing to play for, it still went undefeated because Urban Meyer said, "I'm gonna get everything out of you, and if you're not gonna buy into my system, you're out of here."
Yeah.
So they bought into Urban's system, and you went from losing 5 or 6 games a year before with the same guys, and went 12-0 the first year Urban Meyer came. So it's all about coaching, man. It's all about development and things like that. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Like if I'm an offensive lineman out of high school, and I'm looking at how the offensive line is playing at JSU right now, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I know Deion the coach, but why would I go there? Because they're not developing. I'm seeing the same shit for 3-4 weeks. So like, how you gonna make me better?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like Jalen Jones should stay and just switch positions, man. I mean, like, look, go to wide receiver, because look, this should be his second transfer if he left again.
Yeah.
If I was you, I'll walk in Deion's office, look, coach, put me a wide out, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is my best chance to get to the league. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, let Shador throw me the ball. Fuck it. Because I know I ain't getting on the field no more. You know what I'm saying? So, look, Coach, put me in wide out, man, because I know I ain't going to never be getting the ball down no more.
Man.
So,
That's funny.
at least let me catch the bitch. I mean, straight up. At least let me catch the bitch, then. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, I don't know why that's so funny. I'm sorry. That was hilarious, though. Boy,
hey,
you
I'm
stupid.
just saying, like, that. Hey, that's his only way, bro. Look, you either go to wide receiver, or you going to be able to sit next to Deion watching his son play this fall. I mean, that's just 100 with it, man. So, look, find your way to get on the field somehow, man. Wide receiver, kickoff return, something. But you was not about to be in a huddle calling no damn plays no more, bro. Them days over with. Them days is over with. So your best bet is to walk into his office tomorrow and say, "Hey, coach, check dig on this. Put me in wide out. Put me in wide out, bro. So I get my ass on the field. I'm like, hey, try to make the practice squad or something at the next level."
Oh, boy, you stupid. Oh, what is your name again?
Team for the next 4 years.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, that boy need to get on the practice squad, man. Somebody. And that little guy, Warren, I like him, man. Like, if I was a GM, I would spend a late 4th, 5th round pick on him, though.
Oh, yeah, he's shifty. Oh, he's legit. He's shifty.
He's definitely like, you know what? I would take my chance on him. At least a late 4th, 5th round pick. Yeah, like, I'm going to go ahead and pick him up. Like, he could be my next Tyreek Hill. And he fast as shit.
Yeah. What's your name? Everybody in the comments asking your name.
Oh, man, shit, man. My name Chris, man. Calling out Cincinnati, Ohio, bro.
Oh, Chris from Cincinnati. All right. Because everybody was like, what's your name? What's your name? Because they say you so funny.
Hey, but yeah, hey, that's just 100, man. So, look, if I'm him tomorrow, matter of fact, after this game, because you see, he was on the sideline watching the damn game today. If I'm him, soon as the game was over, bro, look, he didn't have to take a shower, bro. He just sitting there chilling. So, while everybody else showering, he need to pull Prime to the side like, look, coach, hey, man, I want to get my uniform dirty, too. Put me in wide out. Put me in wide out, bro. Yeah. Hey, put me in wide out, bro. Hey, I want to get my uniform dirty, too, damn it. I'm tired of sitting over here with your ass.
Oh,
hey, that's just real talk right there, man. Hey, so look, if I'm him, that's the move. If I'm an offensive lineman coming out of high school, I'm looking at it like, look, I want to come to you, Prime, but you got to get you a new offensive line coach.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Oh,
that's just 100 on that. You got to get your new offensive line coach, bro. And that whole hopefully it get better once Shiloh comes to play that safety spot or corner, like whatever he gonna play with. Yeah, O-line and put Jalen Jones at wide receiver, man. Like get that boy a chance, man. He done transferred twice, man. He deserves that at least. He deserves that at least, man. Look, he on the sideline, man, looking sad in a motherfucker today. He looking sad in a Prime. Put this boy somewhere, man. He was a 4-star out of high school, man. Put this boy somewhere, man. Oh. God damn. Put him somewhere, man.
Oh, my
God. Put that guy somewhere, bro. You a 4-star. Look, bro, look. I think he started in Florida.
Yeah.
Out of high school, like came out of went to Florida, right?
Yeah.
So, bro, you go from a 4-star in the SEC to getting benched at JSU? God damn. I know his mental fucked up right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
I know his mental fucked up right now, man. I took my ass to Florida, transferred, Kenny J. shoe, and I'm on a bench with Prime.
Oh my
God damn. I mean, like, your mental gotta be fucked up.
Oh my God, Chris.
You go from a
boy, you funny. Boy, you funny.
Jackson State.
Oh my God.
I told you, man, the boy get back to his dorm and take a shower. He wasn't even dirty. Hey, man. I don't know, man, but Jalen Jones, just listening, bro. Go to wide receiver, man. Matter of fact, man, next week when you're on the practice field, man, go to the jug machine and start catching some damn balls. Go to the jug machine, man, and start catching some damn balls, man, in front of the machine, man. And then look over at Prime, like, you see, coach, I can't catch. Tell you, man.
Oh my God, Chris, dog, you are stupid, bro. Yo, you have been the best caller tonight, bro. You stupid. Boy, you done.
Hey, man. Hey, man, Chris, Chris tells no lies, man. Chris tells no lies around here, man.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, man, the boy need to be at practice in front of the jug machine and catch about 500 passes and then look over at Prime like, look, coach, I can do it.
Hold my chest. Hold my chest. Oh my God. Oh, Chris, I gotta let you go, bro. Listen, Chris, you are always welcome to freaking call in. I got your number written down, so you will be one of the calls I pick first, bro. You are hilarious, bro. Oh my God.
Hey, man, hey, definitely, hey, I'll be calling in some more, bro. Like, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. Just know Chris tells no lies around here, man. You know what? That number 38, they had a running back. I don't know who the running back coach is. They need to fire his ass. How the hell this kid ain't been playing all year? Man. If I'm number 38, man, I'm like, look, man, y'all gave me a shitty ass number to begin with. And y'all ain't want to put me in the damn game all year, and I've been shining today. Oh man, if I'm him, you know what? Him and Jalen Jones need to walk into the office together. Hey, Scotty, man, that's all I got, man. I'm out, man. Hey, I'm back in the comments, bro.
All right, Chris, bro, you stupid, bro. Appreciate you calling in, bro. Oh my God. Bro,
hey, no doubt, homie. All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. That boy, he said, oh my God. That boy said he should go to the jug machine and look at coach and be like, yeah, coach, I can catch. The imagery of the whole process just has me in tears. Like, I am literally crying. Oh my God, that had to be the funniest freaking call of the day. Oh my God. Whoever this is, I don't know how you're going to follow that up, but what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Alabama, man. I just want all the JSU followers, all the JSU fans to call in. You had a lot of them that was picking JSU before the game. They need to call in, check in, everything, you know.
They surely did, and they surely lose. They looking crazy now.
You had a whole list. You had a whole list you was writing down.
Oh yeah, I got.
Where they at right now?
Yeah, as soon as I get off the call with you, I'm gonna do a roll call like they did in what's that movie? Hunger Games, when they do the little soundtrack when people die. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it's gonna take you about 2 hours. They all need to check in and just know we're gonna always be on your ass, JSU. Just know that. Just know that it's the real dog pound up there. It's the real dog pound. Know that, Dion. Welcome to the SWAC. Let's go.
Oh man, appreciate the call, my guy.
Bet.
Oh my gosh, God, that was hilarious, bro. That was hilarious. Man, appreciate the call, my guy. What's up, caller? You live? Oh my God.
Hello?
Yes. What's up? You live?
Yeah, this is yeah.
You gotta turn your background down.
Stewart. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, James Stewart from Maryland. Yeah, about the game today. First of all, Prime's gonna be all right. He's playing with the last coach's team. That's why he's having a problem. Now he's gonna be able to pick his own people, do his own thing coming in this coming fall. Then that's when you be able to grade him on how good he is or how bad. And as far as those coaches he has working with him, I think some of them were just having a hard time adjusting, getting used to the personnel they have right now.
No, I get you.
Yeah. So they're gonna miss the playoffs, but that's just gonna give him more time to go recruit and get things ready for the fall and things like that. But like he said, if you're gonna get me now, because come the fall, he's gonna have all his marbles in place. That's all I gotta say.
That's what's up. Appreciate the call, Mr. Stewart.
All right, put me down.
All right, so real quick, let me go. I'm gonna go back through these scores. All right, I'm reading off my notebook, straight out, flat out, straight off the notebook. I got Coach Simmons said 31-28 JSU. Wrong. Wilk 31-14 JSU. Wrong. Craig from Fort Worth 37-24 JSU. Wrong. Omarion Mr. Touch said 28-21. Wrong. David Hall, JSU 21-14. Wrong. Papa Gunn. That was the one that was at work. I let him put his score in the chat. 34-13 JSU. Wrong. Zoldi. I think he picked A&M. I ain't put it down though, but I think he picked Captain Kirk. We all know what Captain Kirk was. 41-24 JSU and lost $12,000. Wrong. All the way wrong. Let me see what else I got here. I had Dannon. That was my sideline reporter at the game. 38-12 JSU. At the game, it was wrong. All right. Let me see. Mikey, that's the guy that called in and was like, he started backpedaling because he actually went to the school. 31-23 JSU. Wrong. All right. Mike from VA. 34-24. Wrong. Johnny Houston. That's Mr. 35 at halftime. He was hella wrong. And Conscious. 31-28 JSU. Wrong. So that's all I want to say. You live.
Yeah, this is Andre out of Jackson, Mississippi.
What's good, Andre? Talk to me.
Hey, it's going great, man. You know what I think, man?
Talk to me.
All right, I think my boy Dion, he need to go home, go back to Florida for about a week. Sit down with Bobby Bowden, sit down with all the coaches that he done ever played with, and learn how to make some adjustments, man. Because in his mind, I think he's playing the game in his mind. I just go out there and I got raw talent. I can just do whatever I want to do. He's not realizing he's not on the field.
That's facts.
So what I think he needs to do is go sit down with Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Bowden, because this is an audition for him too now. He's a first-time coach. He needs to sit down and learn how to make game adjustments and talk to somebody that knows a little bit more about coaching than just playing in football. Because you can see he don't make any adjustments, man. So maybe he's playing football in his mind. Because
in my mind,
the team he's playing with, he knows it's reason he's a head coach at Jackson State. It's the reason he came to Jackson State. Because they were getting their butt kicked before he got to Jackson State. If you think about it, so I think he needs to sit down with some of these coaches that's been coaches and learn how to make some in-game adjustments. You just can't line up and do what you did in the first quarter, and you're still doing the same thing in the fourth quarter.
You're right. You're right. Especially if they're killing you with it. You know what I'm saying? They're killing you whatever you run, and they're killing it.
That's right. So he need to take all this film, all this bad film he can gather in up this year. He need to go down and sit down with some real coaches and say, Coach, what did I need to do with this?
Help
me, Lord. Help me. Because he will help me. Coach, help me.
Help.
Show me what I need to do, because I think I'm playing the game in my mind, and all I had to do was just step on the field and just play.
Yeah.
But he need to go talk to Magic Johnson. He tried to be a coach. It didn't work out for him. You know, some of these stars that still think they had it in their own mind. He needs some professional coaches to sit down and have some one-on-one time with him.
That's fact.
That's what I see.
Yeah, if I was him, I would use my connections to try to get with some offensive minded coaches. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you freaking had who was the guy that came in? Rex Ryan. Like, man, let Rex Ryan call up some of your defenses or something.
That's right. That's what I'm trying. That's what that guy needs. Because I'm thinking in his mind that he's out on the field.
Yeah.
All I got to do is step on the field and do what I do. No, you're not on the field no more. You're 50 years old.
Yeah.
You really need some help. So I'm gonna just chalk this up as a learning experience for everybody.
Yeah.
All these first-time coaches, they got to learn too. So I can't wait till the fall when they really get their players in, all the guys he recruited.
Uh-huh.
And I think Jackson State gonna be all right, man. I mean, everybody was excited when you jumped out 3-0. But when you, as a coach, get some, that's when we find out what kind of coach you are. It's easy to kick buttons when you win it. Everything looks good. Oh, you're a good coach.
That's facts.
Now, when some trouble comes, can you really coach? What can you do when some trouble come your way? That's what I want to know. Are you a coach in that?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. What do you do when you're down? What does it look like when you're down?
Yeah. That's right. So I think he's going to be all right. I think Jackson State going to be all right once they get their players in. Because a lot of people don't know. This is last year, people from the fall that's playing.
Mm-hmm.
All those big-time recruits haven't hit the field yet. So I think they're going to be all right. But I'm going to tell Dion when I see him, you better go call Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Bowden, and talk to some of these players. Some of these coaches that have done it, they've been champions.
Yeah.
Sit down and just listen to what they got to say. If not, you're going to be at Church Chicken, KFC, flipping fries with these.
Man, you stupid.
Hey, Jackson State, we not prayer review before the scholarship. We not going to just accept movies all the time. So, hey, that's the reason he's a first-time coach. That's the reason Florida State turned him down when he wanted that job.
Yeah.
So it's all good, but like I said,
I appreciate the
go
call,
talk
my guy.
to Bobby Bowden. Go talk to Jimmy Johnson. Go talk to some of those guys and get some advice from them.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call.
I'm out, bro.
Hey, caller, you live.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real quick. Everybody.
What's your name? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Coming from Huntsville, off the campus of Alabama University. We just got back. I just got back from driving. I want everybody to know. Everybody keeps saying Jackson State beat themselves today. It was not. It was some of that, but today A&M played their hearts out offensively. They did almost an excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
No mistakes, and every mistake that Jackson State had, they somewhat capitalized off of it. Now, one thing I do disagree on is the last drive right before the halftime with Jackson State. Clock management was a big thing for Jackson State. They actually controlled the time of possession and only mustered the score on I think it was like 40-something points.
Yeah.
Definitely they had a lot of touchdowns that they could have taken, and they left them on the board. And on the same thing, and I'm really surprised today at the Quill Glass because the first game he threw, I think, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he threw 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, but this game almost flawless. He was almost flawless. Offensively, they were almost flawless, and they took everything that Jackson State gave them today. They took it. I can't really say it about Jackson State. A&M kind of gifted them. A lot of the defensive line, they were miscued. Every time they lined up, they were leaving gaps open. I saw a couple of times where if the running back from Jackson State had just hit the hole, he would have been gone.
Got you.
I think they definitely could have rushed for 300 yards against A&M defense. And I'm an A&M fan, and they definitely could have rushed for at least 300 yards today. Coaching, they didn't let their guys play. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They were killing A&M with those quick stop routes, those curl routes, quick slant. They were killing A&M, and they had no response.
Nah, they
no
didn't.
response. The whole first half, no response. Nothing for the quick game. And then I think they had a receiver like 6'3", 230, matched up against the DBs. Looked like he's maybe 5'11", 6 feet. Throw the same route. Throw it up.
No, I agree.
And they didn't do that. They played kind of timid. They coached timid. I ain't gonna say they played timid. They coached timid. Second half, where they coached way timid instead of just letting the ball fly. They should have took the air out of the ball today.
No, I totally agree with you, and I feel as though I feel like everybody game plans for Jackson State, but Jackson State doesn't game plan for anybody.
Yeah, and plus A&M had a whole month off, so I appreciate
But the thing that's even worse. To have a whole month off and come in as sharp as you were, they were sharp, crisp.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think JSU was a team coming off a month.
Yes. Defensively, A&M, I don't know what they got to do because next week, ASU running back is gonna run all through A&M if we don't clean it up this week in practice.
Facts. Appreciate the call, my guy.
All right.
Hey, caller, you live. Hey, you live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to turn your background down, but you live.
You hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Coach.
What's up? Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cool. It's Coach Rankin, man. Originally from New Orleans, calling from Florida, man. If y'all need coaches down there in Jackson State, man, tell me, you got my number, man. Hit me up. I could coach or consult.
You who do you coach for?
Football players like to go to USA National, just kids, man. Right now I'm doing 19 under youth athletes.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, because I'm basically from Louisiana, and Louisiana Tim, man, I never heard of him, but the kid is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He reminded me of the guy Tucker that played at Perryview. Small guy, but he can play the game. You know what I'm saying, man? When you get 30 points, in football from PB to the pros, that's a lot of points.
Yeah.
But the offense, if the offense scores 30 points, that's a great chance your offense winning that game. That makes sense? I'm a defensive guy, man. The defense y'all run, most of the time it's not the players, man. It's the coaches and the styles of coaching. The linebacker number 45, great guy. He can play football, got NFL size. He's bigger than 45 right now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and 45 from LSU. He got the size. But it's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching. And most of these kids, and like I said earlier, Jackson State got great athletes on their team. But the schemes make the team. Your scheme of things. You can't put a kid in 3-4 defense or 4-3 defense or 5-3 defense. You got to fit the scheme to it. You got scouting reports. You know the Alabama. I've been watching Alabama A&M.
Yeah.
I've been seeing Alabama. I don't dissect every offense
Sorry, you broke. I guess I got disconnected. I couldn't hear him. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's happening, man? This is Sean out of Mobile, Alabama, man. How you doing, man?
You said Sean?
Yeah, this is Sean out of Mobile, Alabama. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. First off, I had the privilege to be coach under the tutelage of the Hall of Famer Robert Brazil here at Fargo High School in Pritchard, Alabama.
Okay.
So I did have a little bit of experience working with Coach Brazil, man. He was always a funny, solid dude. So I appreciate everything. I also appreciate everything you're doing with SWAC football, man. So my gripe is with the DBs, man.
Talk to me.
I've been playing corner and free safety pretty much all my life with a little bit of running back experience when I went to college. But why was the free safety doing speed turns in the deep third situation when at the same time, man, he's supposed to be reading the quarterback eyes? That was my problem with that. And if you got a solid quarterback like Glad, with the ability to look off certain pass plays, you still should also have the left and the right side of the field within your business, man. So I was pretty much pissed off at the DBs. Another thing too, with Deion Sanders, you know, I'm 39 years old. I've been watching Deion since the 80s. When he had the Jerry curl. The curl wet,
but it was dry. Wet, but it was dry.
Wet, but it was dry. Yeah. So, and I even saw him on Instagram showing the DBs where if you keep your receiver towards the sideline, they shouldn't be able to get in. Why? I don't understand why they wasn't using that technique. They wasn't pressing. There was a lot of stuff that I saw wrong with the secondary, man. And I hope that they, you know, make those corrections to where, you know, they're able to do a lot of things, you know, with that secondary. Because, hey, man, you got one of the best cornerbacks to ever play the game as your head coach. Man.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, me being 39, we didn't have the technology that a lot of these kids got. Now, go back and look at a highlight. You know what I'm saying? Go back and look at how he played the position. If I'm not mistaken, he played either left or right corner. I'm trying to remember. I think he played. I think he was a strong side corner.
Yeah.
But look at how he played that position and implement that style in with your cornerback play. You know what I'm saying? Or your free safety play. I mean, thing is, man, I mean, they got to make a lot of, you know, adjustments on D. And, you know, the offense puts points on the board. The defense should shut them down. You know, and I'm not going to, you know, say a whole lot of bad things about the defense, but, you know, there's got to be some adjustments being made on their defense so they can actually pitch some shutout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
But I'm going to say this about the quarterback situation.
Hey, you're breaking up.
He performed. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Jalen Jones is pretty much. It's like he's better if he's doing option plays. I say, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna do it like old boy did him. You know, get in front of the drug machine and catch passes. Like, hey, coach, look, see, I can too. But I say, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I can implement some option plays to where I put him in the game, and if we need that touchdown or we need that extra 30 or 40 yards, you know, he can get it there because he got the wheels to get it.
Yeah.
You know,
but you know what happens with that
man in some plays.
But you know what happens with that, Sean, is the fact of when you see Jalen in the game, you might think it's a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you kind of, because you haven't seen him all day, he comes in the game, you're gonna think it's some type of gimmick, you know, a gimmicky play, maybe like a power or something like that. So you kind of, it kind of can work for your favor. I think if it was closer to the goal line, that definitely works. You know, red zone type stuff, something like that. But if you're talking about like in the middle of the field, I wouldn't really do it because you know his arm is suspect. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing.
Yeah, he did some passes the last game that I was like, yo, bro, why did you throw that pass using that type of technique.
Facts.
But, you know, if you're not taught correctly, you're going to still do the same thing that you're doing that you think is correct. But, I mean, I'm not in that coaching staff, so I can't, you know, SHIT on the coaching staff because I'm not there. You know, I mean, we just see what we see on TV. But I'm glad they're on TV, and I'm glad I'm getting a chance to see brothers get out there and play the game and let everybody know that, you know, they can play. Because the SWAC, back when I played college ball, was a speed league. All your DBs and receivers actually came from the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, SWAC was an easy 88-point game off the rip.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know what I'm saying? But, man, you know, hats off to Dion, man. You know, it's his first season, man. You gotta, I mean, the society we live in is, you know, like they said, a microwave society. They want things done quick. Got to give them time to implement some different things, man. You know, and you know, all people that play ball, you know, they might not coach as good as they play, but you got some experience to implement that experience into your players, and you know they'll listen to you. But that's all I gotta say, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I've been subscribed to you since you did the Ever Waters game, man, and I keep putting your name out there, man.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Anytime, Sean, you're welcome to call.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
No, you too. All right, guys, we're coming close to the end. I'm gonna take the next two callers. So the next two callers that get into me right now, I'm gonna take y'all, and I'm gonna wrap the game up. But I think going forward, I'm gonna start doing. I like what Justin Aldridge came up with, the grading scale. So I'm gonna start most of my post games with grading scales and who I gave a good grade to, you know, offense, defense, and things like that. So I think going forward, I'm a shout out to Justin Aldridge for that, for giving me the concept for doing that. We're gonna try to implement that going forward. But man, I appreciate you guys all 200 of y'all staying on here for this 2 hour, about to be 3 hour post game, man. We had some fun. Man. Hey man, listen, I'm trying to know. Okay, I got one caller. You good? What's up? Talk to me. Oh. Thought he was on. Hung up on me. But yeah, hey, peace and love, everyone. If y'all want to go ahead and kick off, but I'm gonna take the next two callers. The next two callers, whoever calls in, get your point across, and then we are going home. And we can all mellow out and based on this loss, this 50 piece they got put on. Ooh, got put on a 50 piece. Ooh, man, you know what I'm saying? 2 piece, and I ain't talking about chicken. Ooh, wee. Chicken with a biscuit. All right. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good? Talk to me.
Hey, I called earlier, man. We were talking about basketball.
I thought that was you.
Yeah, I had to call you back, man.
Go ahead. Hit me
man, I just, listen to your show. I understand some of these folks, man. They on Dion like real hard, man. And I saw somebody brought up what Herb Meyer did his first year. But they fail to realize Ohio State, because we talked about Alabama, Nick Saban turned around Alabama. Alabama sucked before Nick Saban got there. Ohio State was actually a 500 team when Meyer took over. So he had some good recruits there.
Yeah.
Jackson State sucked last year. Like, really sucked. So for y'all to expect him to like turn around quick, they gotta relax. These folks gotta relax, man. And and y'all had some good points about the about adjustment. But at the same time, somebody spoke of like we not in the coach's locker room. We don't understand. They probably made some adjustments because I had people asking, did I make some adjustments? I said, yeah, we did, but such and such was messing this part up on my defense. Like, all it takes is one person not to do the right assignment on defense. And you saw it in the game. Somebody missed the assignment. The players like hit him hard on slant. And I remember Warren dad talking about Warren called the slant was coming and the guy still messed it up. So all that, you play football, all it takes is one person to mess up the whole scheme.
That's all it takes to mess up the whole scheme. Just one.
Yeah, just one. And I saw plenty of people messing up the team. Matter of fact, on the offensive side, I saw a blocker miss his assignment blocking. Like when Quincy got sacked, this guy missed a complete block. And he saw the guy coming in the blitz, and he just missed the block.
Yeah.
Dude went right and easy. So that goes to show you it takes one to mess up.
You're right.
And like I told you when we talked earlier, the defense been suspect from the jump. And everybody was looking at East Carolina game, but I saw how suspect it was in not East Carolina, Errol Waters. It was suspect in Errol Waters' game. It just beat the brakes off Errol Waters, but it was suspect. The defense been suspect.
Yeah.
And they finally made the quarterback change, so the quarterback is fine. I like what Quincy Jones. So this quarterback battle is going to be something else, for next fall between Shador and Quincy. It's going to be a battle.
It should be.
I don't think Quincy's going to just let it go that easy.
And I hope he don't.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. But I know everybody's sitting there, and Deion knew this was going to happen when his son went there. Everybody going to assume that, oh yeah, Shador going to be the automatic star because that's his dad.
Yeah.
So they're going to have all these questions. The thing is, if Shador win it, he's going to have to prove himself because people, no matter what happens, people are going to question that. And then you had this one caller, bro, that called talking about Deion don't care about the school. He just care about his son. That ain't make no sense what that guy said. That was just stupid. Like, what is he talking about? Talking about Deion don't care about the school. He just using Jackson State.
I mean, it's his
opinion. This man didn't have to.
It's his opinion.
This man didn't have to come to Jackson State.
No, I agree.
This man don't even need to. This man don't have to work. He got money. He don't have to work. He knew what situation he was coming into, and he says it every day that because he had the interview where he said, he never had patience, but he got to have patience because Jackson State teaching him patience because everything is not there yet, and that's why it's gonna take time because it's gonna take time, man. Everybody questioning this coaching, but it's gonna take time. See, let this year play out, then watch what he do next year. Then you have to start sitting there saying what's going on because that's gonna actually be 10 to 11 games. Now you have to actually see the full, and he's gonna have the full roster, so everybody gonna have a chance to see what everything gonna happen.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna sit back. And I'm gonna definitely sit back and watch because it's pretty much my channel, so I gotta sit back and watch. But I'm gonna sit back and watch and listen. And like I said in my elephant in the room video, Deion is not he's not avoiding of he's not so big that he can't be criticized. And I think a lot of fans think you can't criticize Deion. And me, I don't care. I can be the biggest bandwagon JSU fan, but wrong is wrong and right is right. My mama always taught me that. And my point have always made about Deion, it's not about wait to the fall. It's just that show me you're trying to do something different. Like, that's why I couldn't, even when we talked about basketball, there's no way I can just rock with a team and just, I don't care if you killing me in the zone. I'm going to try something different. And if you kill me in that, what is it? If I'm getting killed in the zone, what does it matter if you kill me in man-to-man? I'm still getting killed. It don't matter. I gotta at least try something different. That's my only thing with Deion and what they're doing.
But you also gotta look at 3 months. You still can't put in a whole lot. So you gotta work with what you only can work with so much when you only have 3 months.
You're absolutely right. But at the same time, what I'm watching from the game can tell me what I can do. If I'm seeing that my quarterback is killing these dudes, throwing the ball deep, why would I take that away from him? Why am I not going back to that? Why am I not seeing the opportunities there?
Dude, I'm gonna sit here and say this. When you got a bunch of whack DBs, except for maybe 2, kind of hard. And then when your D line ain't putting no pressure, It's hard.
Man,
It's
listen,
hard.
that's excuses.
You got whack DB.
That is
and you got
excuses.
a whack D line. Come on, man. Hey, look here. We watch these low division schools play, say, a powerhouse, and they get blowed out because of the money game. They can't compete with that school because they don't have the players, the talent. That's why they get blowed out. So defensively, it's not all there. Offensively, we saw what they got. We know what they got. There's no excuse on offense. You're right about, blitz pickup at times was suspect, but the offense kicking since they got somebody that can actually throw the ball. The defense always been questioned. If anybody paid attention from the jump, defense always was the question. Always. But it was glossed over because they beat Grambling. But they gave up a lot of points against Grambling. And the best quarterback in the conference, they just met today. The best quarterback. Like, nobody can handle him, bro. Nobody in the conference could beat Alabama A&M right now with Akil Glad.
This is my thing. This is my thing, right? This is my thing. Because we're going in circles, but my whole point and premise is this, is that if what I'm doing is getting my butt whooped, what does it matter if I change something up if I'm already getting my butt whooped? It doesn't matter. I'm already losing. That's my whole thing. It's like, hey, you know what? Let's shake it up. Let's just try something different. You know what I'm saying? Let's just put a splash of something different in there and see if it works. And then you never know. It could work. It could not work. But you already getting your butt whooped, so what does it matter?
I'll put it like this then. You know South Carolina State always been known for defense, right?
Yeah.
Akil Glad shredded him after throwing 3 to 4 interceptions. Shredded them. Like, this is a pro quarterback, bro. No matter what you would have tried, he gonna shred up anybody. He shred up one of the top defensive teams in the MEAC. And look what happened when Alabama State played South Carolina State. It was a slugfest.
Yeah.
Low scoring game. This is a kid Glad you're talking about. This ain't studying with that's okay at the quarterback. Grambling State, which is okay at the quarterback. Mississippi Valley, which is okay with the quarterback.
You're low key making my point. You're low key making my point. If you're playing against the best of the best, you have to do something different. Like that. If he has scouted my team to know, okay, they do this on this down, they do this on this down. Look, man, he is killing us with he's killing our tendencies. So why are we not changing up? That's my whole thing. You can't go into a game and then you notice you're getting shredded by the stuff you're running and say, look, we got to do something different. You got to do something different. That's my only point. But I got to let you go. I got these 2 calls I got to take.
All right, man.
All right, man. Appreciate the call.
Hey, we're gonna do this more often.
Oh yeah, I'm here for it. Anytime, my guy. Anytime.
Most definitely.
Hit me with it, Ruben.
What's good, brother?
Talk to me.
Man, look, man, I'm calling to tell all these Jackson State people to stop talking about what's gonna happen in the fall. Stop talking about this Deion taking over a bad team and all that. What they fail to realize is last year Jackson State was in contention to win the SWAC East in November. They had everything. All they had to do was win out. Everything was in their court.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really think about it, Jackson State honestly is regressing under Deion with these same players. They're regressing. So I know everyone's saying, "Oh well, give Deion time, let him get his players in." Man, you have to coach. These same players were in contention to win the SWAC last year. Yes, they had a losing record at the end of the day, but at the beginning of November of 2019, they had everything in front of them. It's not like they were this horrible team at the bottom of the conference, had the worst talent in SWAC. No,
Jackson State actually is regressing now under Deion Sanders. The defense looked terrible. And if you think about it, the defense now has better talent than it had under the prior coach. And they wasn't looking this bad. So I need all my Jacksonians to think about that for a second. They gave up almost 300 yards rushing to Southern. They didn't do that last year. Southern had a hard time running the ball on Jackson State last year. Yeah, Alabama A&M and Jackson State last year was in the shootout in 2019. This Jackson State team right now is horrible. And in the fall, I give them 5 wins max. Ooh. Especially. And man, look, if you think if anybody thinks Jackson State is going to win more than 5 games in the fall, you're a homer. You are a straight homer. These people have. If you go look at Jackson State's schedule and pick out wins, man, it's gonna. And then you're talking about a true freshman quarterback. His first game was against FAMU. All right, his second game was against the FBS opponent. Then he got Tennessee State. Bruh, and then they got Alabama A&M, I think, like, right after that. Like, they could literally start the season out 0-4. So, I mean, you think you're talking about the fall? Man, the fall is rough. Get ready. Like, shut up with all this. Like, I'm waiting to the fall. Man, them goddamn freshmen ain't gonna do shit. They haven't even hit a college weight room yet. Like, this the big boy. It's not Division II. This not Division III. This is Division I FCS football. So you can't bank on a whole freshman class coming in just about to dominate the SWAC. That ain't about to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, everybody have players sitting. Southern have about 6 or 7 transfers sitting out right now. In addition to the dogs they already got. And half of those transfers gonna be on the defensive line and offensive line.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have nothing but depth and rotation coming after your true freshman Shedeur Sanders. So all I'm saying is chill with the wait to the fall, lower your expectations, because I'm telling you, in the fall, I give you 5 wins max. 5.
Hey, Ruben, real quick before I let you go, I'm looking at the schedule right now. You're not lying. You got Florida A&M, your first game, Tennessee State, your second game, ULM, your third game, Delta State, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Bethune-Cookman, Valley State, Texas Southern, and Alcorn, which you're ending with.
Yep.
That's a tough. I mean, I see. I'll give you Southern. I'll give you Valley State. I don't really know much about Delta State, so I might give you that one. And the Florida A&M is a toss up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, he's not lying. You know, like if you're not looking at the schedule, he's not lying. So let's just say that. So
yeah, man. Look, I'll tell you right now. I don't know, like, how much you looked at FAM, but Florida and them. Okay, so North Carolina A&T has been dominating HBCU football for the last 3 or 4 years. There's only been one school that's actually been beating North Carolina A&T, and that's FAMU. FAMU actually won the MEAC last year, but they just wasn't eligible. They wasn't eligible for NCAA probation. They was on probation.
Yeah.
So now you start the season out. Dude, FAMU has some dogs. I'm talking about in the secondary. They have Marquise Bell, All-American. You have Bishop, transferred from Georgia, a 4-star. Stud. He should have been at Southern, but that's another topic for another day. Man, he should have been at. Let's just say that was his top choice, but another topic for another day. But man, them people loaded, man. Then they got a quarterback from Kansas State, a dog, 6'6", 240 pounds.
Woo!
Man, go look at FAMU. They are loaded, and you're talking about starting a true freshman against them in Miami when they're gonna be turned. Okay. Shedeur Sanders is no tool. You know, you're not gonna come in like he did at Alabama and light the world on fire. He's not that type of quarterback. So he's gonna have to learn like everybody else. He played in a private Christian league in Texas. The college game is a different speed. I don't care what he's doing against Jackson State defense in practice.
Yeah.
We've seen Jackson State defense today. That ain't hard to do. So, I mean, we've seen that defense today, man. So, like I say, Jackson State fans, lower your expectations. And I'm being honest, lower your expectations in the fall too, because you all gonna be butthurt. Like, y'all gonna get y'all asses whipped. Like, just relax, because everybody y'all bringing in is like skill players, receivers, corners. Man, y'all need defensive linemen and offensive linemen.
That's what you need to be bringing in. And everybody I'm looking at in your recruiting class is skill players. So if you don't address that in the next 3 to 4 months, you're going to get your ass whipped. Because these players in the SWAC is listening to you talking about wait till the fall. So you don't think they're going to want to kick your ass again?
Facts.
They need to chill. They need to build a roster because they got a long way to go. And like I said at the beginning of this call, they are actually regressing. Last year, Jackson State was not this bad. They're bad now. Like, they're going backwards. And I kind of want to touch on Reggie. My boy Reggie called in earlier, who has his radio show in New Orleans. And he brought up a good point, man. Like, the locker room, man, that shit ain't cool, man. When you talking about...
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Huh?
Yeah, I said talk about it.
Like,
yeah.
Man, look, when you have a true freshman walking into a locker room that's been established prior to Deion regime, and you have a true freshman, his son coming in, man, that's daddy ball. You have to earn that position. You're not earning that in spring practice. You're not. You have to earn that. You have to sit and wait. That locker room is going to fall apart. Here in the first year, they're going to fall apart because it's going to be daddy ball. Like, that's just what it's going to be. And when he starts struggling and he don't get pulled like the rest of them do, man, that locker room is going to blow up. Like, it's going to blow up like the time. Like, all you're going to hear is boom. You're going to be like, where that come from? It's coming from Jackson State locker room. Like,
not the sonic boom, the locker room.
Not the sonic boom. It's like literally like the approach he's taking, man. Like, you can see it. Like, you know, you can see it, man. Like, it's just not looking good. And then you talk about the defense not understanding the coverages. Man, there was a video, I don't know if you saw it or not, it came out a couple of months ago, where Jackson State defensive coordinator was saying he was going to run zone on one side of the field.
And man up against the, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, when you think about that, I'm thinking, like, is the defense too complex? Like, you have to simplify your defense. It looks like they're doing more thinking than anything. And another thing, nobody in 2021 in college football is running a 3-4 defense. Nobody. You're either running a 3-3-5 or you're running a 4-2-5. Jackson State have 4 linebackers on the field. That's a mismatch in today's game when people going spread. That means you got 2 linebackers going to be covering slot receivers.
Not that's a win. I don't any offensive coordinator going to call that a win.
Yeah. So you wondering why Jackson State is regressing. They don't have any coaching. Like, I know they got a defensive coordinator from the NFL. Yes, the NFL runs a 3-4. A lot of them run 3-4 or 4-3 schemes because their linebackers are hell of athletic. You're not going to have those linebackers in the SWAC. You don't have a lot of those linebackers in college, period. That's why a lot of schools are running 4-2-5s, 3-3-5s. Like, Southern runs a 4-2-5. They only put 2 true linebackers on the field, and they have a rover, a safety that may come down and play linebacker, but that safety is athletic enough to cover. So it's like, man, like, and then when they play Purview next week, Purview run a spread, just like A&M.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Dooley licking his chops because Dooley is an offensive mind just like Maynard. So it's going to get ugly, man. And FAMU is the same way. They run a spread offense and they throw it all over the field. And I'm sure Willie Simmons was looking at this game, at them in a 3-4, laughing his ass off. Get out of the 3-4, get into a 3-3-5. And another thing, man, Jackson State defensive line, their defensive personnel wasn't built to have a pass rush because last year they ran a 3-3-5. That's how they built. They built to run a 3-3-5. So they normally have 3 D linemen,
3 linebackers, and 5 DBs.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they were built. But now Coach Sanders, Coach Prime, is changing up a whole defensive philosophy and forcing these kids to play a certain style that don't fit them. So that's why you're giving up 50 points. So that's why you're giving up 300 yards in the ground, because you got a whole bunch of players that's out of position. And then on top of that, they don't even understand what the hell the coach is calling according to Prime, because once somebody doing this, another person doing that. So it's coaching, man. It's a mess. It's really a mess. So,
but appreciate the call, Ruben.
Appreciate you, brother.
Nah, keep dropping them facts. Listen, You guys are more than welcome to call in and critique what he's saying. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule just like he's looking at the schedule. I'm not seeing where he's wrong at. Like, you're starting a true freshman in Florida against FAMU. That's a problem. I don't care if he was playing at the Power 5 conference and he was at home. It's a problem starting a true freshman. Everybody knows that. Come on, man. Like, y'all acting crazy like what he talking about ain't real. What's up? Calling you live.
Yeah, man. I want to tell you, bro. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. You ain't gonna be shit, pussy ass. I spit the fuck out you, man. Fuck GSU, nigga. You know what it is, man. You know the thing like you.
Who waits 3 hours to do that? That doesn't make any sense. People be waiting hours to do that. Hey, you live. Yeah, you live.
What's going on, man?
Talk to me.
Hey, it's Coach. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Coach Walker? I thought I was you. Holla at me. I said, holla at me. Let me know what's good.
Hold on. Let me turn this off right quick. All right. This is my thing, bro. I get what the last caller said as far as, you know, the scheme and all of that, right?
Yeah.
But my issue is the fact that you're coaching what you have in front of you. I mean, everybody's looking for Deion to come in there and go away from Max One for things to automatically just change and go to, you know, complete starter. As if they're going to run, you know, they're running an offensive defense that's just going to take them to national championship type level. I'm going to give you an example.
Go ahead.
Look at the coach. What's the coach from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Bruce Arians.
Okay, Arians, right?
Yeah.
Now, you had Jameis Winston in the same system last year. Jameis Winston went 30 for 30. Throwing as far as touchdowns and interceptions, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, here's the kicker. The only difference between Winston and Brady was the fact that Brady sat down with them and he had enough cachet with them for them to listen to what he was saying and say, hey, look, we need to change this up and do a little play action for us to get this thing rolling, to give me time to throw the ball to the receivers for us to move the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Now, remember, they teeth kicked in. They were 7-5 until Brady sat them folks down and said, hey, look, we need to make a change. All I'm saying is this. They have athletes. They do have athletes. Now, everybody is saying, hey, Shadora's going to start. I'm going to be honest with you. Watching Quincy play today, I gave Quincy a B. I think I gave him a B+ in my text message.
Okay.
The offensive line, I'm going to get their ass a damn D. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it what it is. Because I played on the line. And watching that crap today pissed me off. I'm like, dude, it's too many guys with their head in the dirt. You are not an ostrich. Keep your daggone head up so you can see what's in front of you so you can block it. That's what it's about, blocking. Understanding what you're supposed to do and move the way you need to move. These guys are not doing that. And then number 45 on defense, I'm like, bro, you got cooked today, man. You got cooked so bad on so many daggone plays, it was sad. You running away from the daggone play with your back to the quarterback. As a linebacker, you never have your back to the quarterback. You're not daggone covering anybody. Why is your back to the damn quarterback?
Yeah.
You need to see the play in front of you, son. I mean, I'm just sitting there like, man, hey, listen, Scotty, I'm going to tell you something. My old lady knew I was so pissed off. She said, babe, I'm going to tell you what. I know we had dinner. I know you want to get on with off script. Go outside.
That's what's up. That's love.
Just go outside.
That's love.
She said, baby, just go outside because I know you about to blow your stack. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to hold everything together before so I can put it on it, you know, because I was typing up the podcast, listening to everything, and I had to shut some things off for me because I said I got to give this from the viewpoint of what I'm seeing it from. I don't want to trip over what you're giving everybody right now. And also, I want to say I appreciate you, brother, because like I said, man, hey, we're doing some good things over here, man. I thank you, and I do want to talk to you offline. Because I have a couple of questions about some things that I want to ask you about. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you.
No problem, Coach Walker, anytime. And make sure you shout out your stuff, your YouTube. Make sure you shout your stuff out.
Oh, Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. That's what we are, man. We over here. Hey, Number positive vibes. We keep it live, man. We just having a good time over here. Just positive vibes, man. We talk about little HBCU. We talk about all kind of sports. You know, some people may agree, some may disagree. But hey, we're getting it out here, man, and touching down on some things that many folks have not touched on. And not to mention, I played at HBCU, so I understand a lot of the different things that's going on as well. So I'm just trying to put it out there and let it be known, hey, look, this is what we're rocking with right now. But as far as the guy that picked up, and this is what got me. You see, I'm stuttering right now. When I get a little excited, get out of control, I get to stumbling over words.
Go ahead, Coach. You got all the day.
The guy that said, daggone, Deion Sanders don't care about nobody but his son. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're a bold-faced liar. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay? You lost your daggone mind. You can call back in and say whatever you wish, but I'm like, you lost your damn mind. Why do I say this? Because I've actually been to practices that he had from a youth level, from 6 years old to 14, and watched them send kids to the board for them to understand what their positions do. Not only their position, but they had to understand the other 10 positions that's on the daggone side of the ball that they're playing on and what they did. So I don't want to hear that crap. I've watched what this man has done from a standpoint as far as the youth level going up. Now, I understand what old boy said, the other gentleman who said that he coached at a private school. Okay, he coached at a private school. That's great. We got a lot of kids that's daggone playing Power 5 ball that's at private school right now. That means people that came from private school. Yep. So what does that mean? The bottom line is this, man. Give a man a little credit because he's taking his time to sit there and teach these kids the game. There's not many people out here that's really willing to coach what they have that's coming into their programs. I do that myself here in Atlanta. I coach what comes to me. I don't have no loaded team. I coach what comes to me. And yeah, I get a bunch of folks want to talk trash, but we out here kick your teeth in. Yeah, you might come kick our teeth in, but guess what? You're coming to get the linemen that I'm coaching. You're coming to get these kids.
Talk about it.
What does that tell you?
Talk about it.
Kids up. That's wow. So I don't want to hear that garbage, man. Like I said, everybody they steal it however they wish, but at the end of the day, understand one thing: if you're really putting your all into this thing, and you sit down and looking at the film of what's happening, like I said, Quincy played spot on today, and Jalen Jones. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jalen Jones definitely would be an athlete when it comes to going to the next level. He would not play quarterback, and that's no slight towards him. That's just being honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, everybody was caught on the hype train of what this young man could do because Quincy didn't look. He didn't. When he got out there, even in garbage time, or a couple of times they threw him out there, he didn't look sure of himself. Today, he looked like, hey, I'm a man on a mission. And I keep telling these kids, listen, if you're going to get yourself out here hollering about you're going into the daggone transfer portal, if you don't have no film, sit your ass down. And Coach Walker said it just like that because they're not picking you up, okay? I don't want to hear that crap. Oh, Coach, they ain't put me in. I'm ready. I'm leaving. Okay, where you going, son? Please tell me where you going. You don't have no film. You don't have no film playing against no teams. So guess what? You're not going anywhere. You're going to be either right here or you're going to become a student. Which one is it going to be? Hey, man, look here. Hey, listen. I help these kids with their recruiting, and I give it to them raw and straight. I don't have time to play games with this because too many of these young men, man, they out here and the only person that they have may only be their mom. And I'm like, listen, a lot of times mom don't understand what's going on, and you have to give her the honest to God truth for her to understand what's happening.
Yeah.
So that, little Johnny don't get taken advantage of. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's
so I'm just like, man, look, it's I've been doing this thing since 2010 as far as helping kids getting themselves recruited to high school. I just got back into this thing because I've been seeing so much crap that's going on with these young men out here and these young ladies where they're trying to get to colleges or universities. This old lady right here, I'm not even going to answer. Maybe you're going to be mad, but it's okay. But I've been watching these young kids trying to get themselves into colleges and universities, and they are so upset at the fact that they're getting passed over because these coaches are looking over them. And a lot of times these young men and young women go into programs that don't fit them. And that's the thing that they have to understand. You want to go somewhere that fits you. Quit going to places where you fall in love with the coach. The coach is not going to be the end all be all. Remember, you still got to go to college. You still got to take classes. Understand what you're doing. And people are not being honest with these kids, and they're not telling them that. So that's why I'm like, listen, guys, here and look and see what's happening. Look at the depth chart. I'm gonna be real with you. And it's the last thing. This is my last point. I know you've been on for a couple hours now. And I've been listening the whole time. Trust me.
Appreciate it, Coach Walker.
Remember we had the conversation the other, I think it was a week or two ago. Now I was talking about Doug Williams. When he messed around and put his son out there at quarterback, what happened? He lost Grambling after that. When he didn't come out there and produce, he lost the daggone program. And I'm like, look, guys, you cannot. The bottom line is, if Shedeur come out there too soon and he doesn't produce, he's going to lose Jackson State locker room. If Quincy is out there balling right now, you remember, Quincy is a red shirt freshman. He was there when Jalen Jones was there. Jalen Jones came in behind the other quarterback. I forget what the kid's name was, but he got hurt. And Jalen Jones ended up starting because the kid got hurt. So I'm like, listen, Jalen Jones was there. You had Quincy Casey was there. So I'm like, okay, they already been in the system. They see and know what's going on. I hear all of this stuff as far as with, yes, Shedeur this, Shedeur that. I got you. I believe just like you do. I believe you. Trust me, I believe. But the thing is, all I'm saying is, look, let's be mindful of the other 79 or 80 kids you got in here in this locker room.
Facts.
Let's be mindful. If you put this kid out, you put your son out here, and daggone, he don't produce, what type of ripple effect it's going to cause? Because you know what? You're going to lose a lot of kids, not only just in the locker room, but kids that are considering coming to your college or university to become a part of your program. And that's not what you want. That's not what you want. Because I'm going to tell you, I was one myself who had the opportunity to coach his son, and guess what I did? I said, you know what? My mentor got me on that. And I said, I'd rather have the relationship with my son off this field than me to have a jacked-up relationship with him on this field, and especially when he come home. I still want to be daddy at the end of the day. That's me. I still want to be his father. Right now, where is he at? He playing ball up the way from here. So, like I said, he's in college right now playing ball. I got one more year to get up out of here, and another year, and I got a daughter that's playing daggone softball. So I'm like, hey, we moving. We shaking the bacon, baby. So that's why I said, hey, it come a point in time where you got to relax. And like I said, get his man. I'm going to give him, I don't even count the fall. I keep hearing that fall business. I'm like, I don't want to hear that crap no more. Bottom line is, I give you 2 years. Because when I say 2 years, Alcorn ain't playing, you don't have no film on them. Southern came in here, kicked your teeth in, and some of the kids that daggone played that game last week, they're going to play come this fall. What you going to do then? So I don't want to hear all of that. And then Alabama A&M came here and showed you, hey, look, yeah, you got Nugget out here that can daggone shut this thing down.
But what about everybody else?
I'm going to tell you right now. Huh?
But what about everybody else?
There's a couple of ballers out there that there's some sprinkles out there. But like I said, I'm looking at a lot of different things that's going on. That, as far as the dynamic of how this thing is growing. And I'm seeing that I don't think a lot of them kids, I don't think they believe. I think they're so stuck on the previous regime where they like, yo, I'm just gonna do me, or I'm a fake, like, what they say, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, I'm here. I'm a pump fake, long enough so that, Coach Dion see me, Coach Prime see me, he'll go ahead and, I'll get some shine because I'm here. I'm like, nah, bruh, you don't understand. What's going to end up happening is it's going to be some kids that's going to come in, and this is where I come back to the whole recruiting part. There's a bunch of kids that are already coming to the program where you guys might be on a half scholarship right now, partial. Your partial might turn into a quarter, where they only paying for maybe your room and board, they paying for your books. And you got to pay the rest of that daggone money for you to go to school. See, that's the nasty part of the business that nobody wants to pay no attention to. So that's why I keep saying, I'm like, look, guys, y'all got to understand what's going on. your scholarship can get chopped up quicker than you could ever imagine because you don't know and don't understand how the business goes. Remember, we had this conversation before. 5-star athletes and worth how much on a Power 5 campus again?
It was like 450.
It was 600. No, 625. 625,000 for the year.
Crazy.
So why everybody talk about Nick Saban got a bunch of daggone 5-star athletes out there. You got a whole bunch of $625,000 athletes you sitting out there on the field right now. Of course. Yeah, of course they're gonna go out there and get after it.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you a question real quick before I let you go.
Yes, sir.
You're coaching JSU. Do you start Shedeur Sanders, true freshman, against FAMU?
No. You see how quick I answered that? No.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you why. I honestly feel he needs to sit and watch for a minute. Not no daggone spring. Not the spring. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it like this. It's a young man right now, and this is a totally different school. Young man by the name of Miles Crawley, that's over at Alabama State right now, number 12. That kid played with my son at Tucker High School last year. Now, the question everybody gonna ask me, like, wait a minute, do you think he's better than the young man Nettles that's over there right now? Honestly, I think he commands the offense a little better than Nettles do.
Okay.
Nettles is if Nettles get touched a little bit, and see, this is the phrase I like to use. If you touch a quarterback up a little bit, they get a little happy. Tom Brady's like that. If you touch him up a little bit, Tom Brady played for Michigan. Mom, if you're listening, you already know mine. I don't really care for Tom Brady. You like Brady, I like Grease. So, Mom, just gonna let you know what it is. Okay, but yeah, if you touch him up a little bit, he's not gonna do the things he need to do. Like I said, the crazy thing is today, the coach over there for Alabama State, Ely Hill messed around and put Crawley in the game. Crawley messed around and ran a wildcat, kept the damn ball and scored. So after that, guess what damn Nettles did? Nettles decided he was going to ball. After he fumbled and threw an interception. Now all of a sudden you want to ball. I'm sitting like, come on, man. Yeah. That's why I said, man, you gotta have some folks out there gonna put a little pressure on you.
Yeah.
All this handed to you, man. No. We gotta get out of that. You and I, we weren't raised that way. I wasn't handed no position. I had to go out there and earn mine.
I had to show I was the best on the field. Serious.
Bro, listen, my coach told me that he told me and my boy Bert, God rest his soul, Bert Evans. He told me and Bert, he said, hey, he said, y'all boys from the Midwest don't know how to play the football. Only boys from the South know how to play football. I started looking like, what? I said, oh, bro, okay, let's go to work. I said, let's go to work. All I can hear is Bert sitting out there right now. Let's go. I'm like, well, let's go. It's time to go to work. Let's show them what time it is. That was the fire that got lit underneath me as far as from a competitive standpoint. I'm like, wait a minute. You would never tell me what I can't do. No one would ever tell me what I can't do. And that's the same thing I instill in my kids. And the crazy thing about it is, that's what I saw today with Quincy. Quincy showed everybody, like, look, y'all didn't want to give me a chance. I'm showing you what I can do. It's not everybody's sitting back looking like, hey, man, you need to open up the playbook. Okay. Coach Prime been there how long now? 3 months?
Yeah.
He got it in December, right?
Late December, yeah.
Okay, so how much playbook you expect to get open for these kids? I'm just asking. We talking about totally brand new coaches, brand new scheme. How much playbook do you expect to get open for these young men?
That's facts. I'll give you that one.
Defensively, all we're talking about is just daggone you paying attention to doing the things that are required for you to do at the position. When I'm looking at linebackers turning their backs to the play, and then the ball is thrown and you're jumping up as if you're jumping at the ball, and the ball, you're jumping up over your right shoulder and the ball comes over your left shoulder. I got a problem with that. See, that's like, I tell, when I do my videos, I tell folks like, listen, I look at videos, I've learned this over the years. I watched the video 11 times. That's I'm lying. I watched the video 12 times. Why do I do that? Because of the fact that when I'm sitting there looking at film, I'm watching every position. And that's why I'm saying, like, with when Quincy got sacked that last time off the edge, it changed up the blocking. He should have left the blocking the way that it was. He's second guessing himself. He didn't need to do that. It was he had it set right, and he switched it. That's that. Like I said, that's why I gave him a B+ because of the fact that he was doing things that Jalen didn't do from the standpoint of changing the blocking scheme. He just didn't. Jalen didn't do that. Jalen sat there. He watched the daggone safety walk down into the box off the edge, and he could knock your lights out right before halftime. Now, even back to halftime, again, we're sitting here farting off plays because we're not paying attention. We're burning timeouts when we don't need to burn timeouts. That's got to stop. That has to stop. Like I said, yes, Coach Prime is getting he's getting an understanding of what's going on. Like I said, everybody's new to all of this, and I get it. But my thing is, I'm like, look, guys, from the standpoint of, hey, he got, welcome to SWAC. Listen, man, you're gonna get a bevy of rules thrown at you off the rip. Yeah, you gotta sit down and get an understanding of what's what and go from there. But would I know every rule right off the?
Hello? All right, Coach fell off. But we're going to end it on that. Coach Walker was dropping us some mad nuggets. We are going to end it on that. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Man, listen, this was a long post game, but I love it. Love it. Love the support. Love all the 268 people still on here rocking with me. Coach Walker, thank you, my guy, for calling in. You're always welcome, and all the callers who have called in, appreciate you as well. And, man, appreciate Chris from Cincinnati. Man, I ain't never laughed so hard in my life, bro. Oh, my God, you are too funny. All right, so until next time, all right, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. Be on the lookout. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the channel. Finkel, I'm going to let you call in, my guy. I'm going to let you call in. Go ahead and call in. I'm going to do that for you. You my last caller. I'm going to let you do that. And you better be on here waiting, too. I'm going to do that just for you, Finkel.
There are 2 participants in the conference.
Finkel, call in. You got 2 seconds to call in, Finkel. That's the only call I'm taking. What's your area code, Finkel? What's your area code, Finkel? Before I hang this up. Finkel, you got 2 seconds to put in the chat box. Come on, Finkel, where you at? Mr. 3-star punter. Oh, this must be you then. Hello? Finkel, what's your area code? I said, what's your area code? Hello?
Yo.
What's good? It's Finkel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
You told me to hold on and call in, so what's good? Talk to me.
No, I didn't even holler at you about that game, though, man.
All right.
But look, though, I have a problem with people saying that 4 stuff, man.
What stuff?
The 4, waiting on the 4 to come.
Oh, waiting on the fall. Waiting on the fall.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too many people. See, people trying to get close to the benefit of the doubt. I understand that. I mean, but it's not okay for us to be saying how much playbook is not. He know what he signed up for. I mean, if we being 100, this ain't even this season right here. Not even about football. This the whole part of Deion going there was to change the legacy, just change the dynamic at HBCU football.
Okay.
Like how they said 40 was going home. 40 not going home. Them people, them players there, they wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They go lift. They go to class. They frustrated. Like I said, this team, they probably gonna make a movie about this team. The whole dynamic, the whole goal of this team was to get top black athletes to go to the HBCU level.
I can rock with you on that.
And now they gotta play ball. That's all it is. They gotta play ball. They gotta. And let's be honest. These players, even though they have some type of baggage, Jackson State is a down step for them. Be honest.
That's
they come
true.
from Power 5 teams. They know how to win. They know how to play. They frustrated. They got the talent. It's the coaching. I mean, I understand it's been 5 months, but the players in the fall, it doesn't matter who throws the ball. They both have to run the same. They're both running the same route. Doesn't matter who throws the ball. I don't really think it's fair to pick off who you want to do the quarterback right now. Because, I mean, the offensive line is a little shaky, so I don't think it's fair for you to say offensive line. And then they still talking about Shadur, and he just had a good game. They don't even give you just due.
That's facts.
So it's kind of crazy. The quarterback position, why would you put him in? He's been on the sideline in practice. We can't speak on practice. None of us has been to the practice.
That's facts.
We don't know what's going on in the locker room. And then you got to look at it at this point. Does Sanders want to break up the locker room? Because if he puts in, like, let's be 100. If he put in his son, what do you think everybody gonna say? Oh, he want to play his son.
That's true. I mean, if I was on the team, I would think that.
You got to think about it. He don't want that to happen. So I mean, he in a lose-lose situation because I mean he gonna have to rock with him because he don't want them other people to be. Oh man, he want to put his son in the game. You got to think about his other son coming back to play safety. Now it's a DB problem. He coming from a good school, a Power 5 school. When he put him in the game, what they gonna say?
He just wanted to play his
son.
So
he can't lose the locker room. They're gonna, and then if they want to compete, I mean, it's a lot of guys out the portal, but you can't just say that in the fall. You can't just say it in the fall. Then he's losing the locker room because the guy that's in, like, what you mean? People come in the fall, then they'll leave. But 40's not going home, man. 40 frustrated. 40's the same person that's on the screens, all the run plays was stuffing him. He's frustrated. They've been there since December. These are the same people who Deion came in their houses and talked to their parents, everything out the portal. Like these Power 5 guys, I mean, let's be 100. This is a down step for them going to Jackson State. It's a down step. They know how to win. They won't be there. Baggage or not. That baggage ain't that crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, you gotta do better. I mean, this the play call. I don't think it's fair to pick a quarterback right now. The play call was terrible. The receivers are 6'5", running 4.4. Throw the ball deep. They were supposed to be Alabama A&M. It was that game. I was laughing the whole time. Alabama A&M, they were just confident. They were scoring in under 3 plays. That's the same thing. They put up 43 and wasn't even doing nothing. Come on, man. If they want to, they can beat everybody in this whole SWAC division. They 6'5", running 4.4. Just throw the ball. I mean, and the other quarterback is polished because he comes from a better school. He was checking the offensive line. He's giving them more time. You cannot have the quarterback can have a good game in the offensive line then block. We got to stop saying offensive line then block. Because he wouldn't have had a good game offensive line then block. A lot of those routes he threw were kind of deep.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, Finkel, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? I play offensive line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those blocks, some of the blocks they missed, They will combo into the linebacker. You can't go up to the linebacker. You can't block D tackle first. A lot of those pass plays were slide protections. They were sliding to the next linebacker. The quarterback rolled out the wrong way. You got to look at that way. The DBs. I mean, it's not like the players are not coachable. Like I said, these are Power 5 people. They're coachable. You just gotta get something that fits them. You know. I mean, and the people from Jackson State, they want to win now. That's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? They having Pepsi deals and just different type of deals right now. But Jackson State, if they want to be good, they just have to be coachable. 40's not going home, trust me. He'll be out there next week, ready to go. You need players like that. And Coach Deion, you got to remember, he's not just a coach. He's a player. He's somebody that actually been in the trenches too, and one of the greatest to ever do it. So he know how frustrated it is when he locking down his side and the other team ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you on that one. I mean,
they frustrated. I mean, look at 40. 40 just had a big hit the other quarter before. We ain't seen that player since. He frustrated. I don't think it's fair to even do a quarterback. I don't think it's fair to pick a quarterback right now. Let him battle it out. But Shedeur, to me, shouldn't play. He hasn't. Where are we going off of? High school? He didn't win his senior year. He didn't just win the senior. He's just coming off a loss. I mean, what do you go? Why should this Shedeur play? You don't have a reason. Ain't none of us bring to the practice facility. We can't go. So we can't lie and say we've been up there. It's Corona. Okay, none of us go up to the practice facility. So why is people saying Shedeur should play? Based off what? When they played EWC, he was the guy. Then they played them, he was the guy. Now he have a good game, he was the guy. Come on, man. Shedeur didn't even win the state championship his senior year. So and plus, trust me, you don't want that. And I know how it go in that locker room. As soon as he get in the game, he came here and playing because his dad. You don't want them like that. You want a team. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to be together. But I mean, Alabama, I like it because Alabama got a chance to show that they somebody. They get better recruits to show that they can play good ball. Just they were more confident. They was throwing the ball deep. I mean, you got 6'5" receivers running 4.4s. They scored 43 points off mistakes. They can blow the whole SWAC out the water if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You got to use your personnel. And Alabama did that. They stayed, every team stayed at what they do. You know what I mean? Like Tom Brady, he going to throw them 4-yard, 3-yard routes. You just going to have to beat it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
fair.
Just going to have to beat it. It's got them 6 rings. Yo, receivers is 6'5", 4'4". You making them run the curls. Come on, little flat routes. They jumping that. Make them go long. And you make them go long, throw the ball up and give them a chance. The quarterback want to give them a chance. It got to the point where the quarterback started looking good because he was doing what he wanted to do. That wasn't the playbook. He started checking the plays. We mad at the other quarterback because he did what the offensive coordinator told him to do, and it wasn't there. He only was successful. He kept checking the plays. And as soon as he started checking the plays, he created frustration for the offensive lineman to where now they was bringing somebody down the box, and they're sliding this way. The quarterback's rolling out this way. Jackson State has to find what their offense is, what their team is. Everybody has a different team. Alabama doesn't run the football a lot. They just don't keep launching it. You can't beat it. Now they have a problem going on in week 4. Everybody knows you can just throw it deep on it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? They was freshmen. It was a freshman course 3 times. He just got there a couple months ago. You know what I mean? So it's not like top level guys, you know what I'm saying? They just gotta find them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we should be saying that's the excuse because they've been there for 5 months. Alabama hasn't played in a month. They played 2 games. They played 5 games. I mean, at this point, you should be ready now. And that's your homecoming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what makes it even worse. That you lost that. That's what makes it even worse. You lost that like that at your homecoming.
They frustrated. They trust me. They not about to disrespect Coach Prime, and especially not in front of us. You know what I'm saying? They'll go through a wall for Coach Prime. You know, you're frustrated. You got a packed stadium. You're getting blew out. You're frustrated. Them players been there. They lift in the morning at 5 in the morning. We on Twitter. We on Instagram bashing Jackson State this. This team was created not just to win no games, to start a legacy. So more 4 and 5 stars are start going to the HBCUs. So they know it's so many eyes on them. It's famous rappers, they're famous football players.
That's true.
Hey, that's what I said. Like, being honest, this is a downgrade for them.
I'm gonna have to cut you short, Fickle, because I got to roll. But no, man, I totally agree with you. And what makes it worse is, you know, Deion being what he is, he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the way Prime builds his brand is only by winning. You know what I'm saying? It's only by winning. But Fickle, man, I didn't know you was this cool. Fickle, you was in my comments coming hard. But you pretty.
And one more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing. What I don't understand is, how is the head coach arguably one of the greatest corners of all time, and the problem with his team is the corners?
Listen, it's easy to be that, but it's hard to coach it, man. It's hard to coach it. It is. It is hard to coach it.
And that's the position he coached. He coached corner for his team in high school. He coached corner at the All-American game every single year. So, and you cannot say these players not coachable. People just saying these players. These are 5-star players. But once again, this is a down step for them, being honest. They could have went to the portal and went anywhere. Anywhere.
No, I feel you. Appreciate the call, Fickle. Gotta let you go, my guy.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I had to let my man Fickle get in. Until next time, fellas, I'm gonna do the Magic City Classic next week. Appreciate you guys for tuning in with me. Until next time, you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holler. Be looking out for my QB power rankings and my game day preview for next week, man. Love y'all. God bless.